All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same app. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the large human being wearing the FUBU today, standing behind the bar, nicknamed Carebear, Kieran Hickey Simple. And I'm joined here today with 2 gentlemen that made their impact on an NFL football field. One of them more in college, but the other one, I mean, he was a all-pro in special teams in 2014. I'm talking about Emmanuel Acho. How are we doing today, man?
What up, what up, what up? Hey, y'all could be watching any show. Y'all could be doing anything. You're hanging out with us. Y'all know the vibes. We don't take it for granted. A jam-packed show today, literally jam-packed. Send this link out. Let's get over 3,000 live watchers today. Kieran, keep it going, G.
Now we have the resident OG also joining us here today in the Speakeasy. Hair slicker than a grease cheetah strapped to a bullet train. I'm talking about the Pro Bowler TJ Houshmandzadeh in the building. How we doing today?
Man, it's good to be back. I know you're a youngster. You know what FUBU stand for?
Absolutely not.
I was just getting ready to ask you that. TJ, you stole it. I was just getting ready to put him on my ass.
I had mad FUBU growing up too. I
You know what it says? Take it off. Take it off right now. You have to take it off.
Hey, Kieran, you don't know what it is. Because we are
I don't know what it says for.
100%.
So you do not know what FUBU. No. You do not know.
That's crazy.
Hold on. You have to guess. Kieran, born. What year were you born? No. What year were you born?
I was born in 1998.
Born in 1998. Kieran is wearing FUBU and does not know what FUBU stands for. Kieran, you have to guess. What does the FUBU stand for? It's an acronym.
It's an acronym?
Yep.
The first word was 4.
No.
Okay. Four. But F-O-R, not F-O-U-R.
F-O-R, okay.
Yep.
4 under?
No.
4.
Okay, one more clue. One more clue. This should still keep it vague. The repeat letters are the same thing. Same word.
This is not helping. It starts with a U?
Yes.
Starts with a U, and it's the same word twice.
4.
So you know 4.
Uh-huh. And you know the U is the same thing.
I do know this. For us, by us.
I know
Is that what FUBU has been this whole time?
Yes, bro.
There's no way.
That is crazy, brother. I'm so disappointed.
There's actually no way. That's actually crazy. I've heard for us, by us so much, but I've never thought that that was what FUBU was.
FUBU, bro.
Wow, that's crazy. I never put that together. My fault. Also joining us here in the Speakeasy, Social Trey in the building. How we doing today?
Listen, man, I'm doing good. Also, just you know, it was founded by a black man. You do know that.
Yeah, David.
Okay.
I know. Yeah,
Okay,
I watched Shark Tank.
All right, cool. Okay,
I knew about that.
All right, cool. Listen, man, I'm feeling good. I disappointed in Kieran, but yeah,
that one hurt.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That
I was younger, man.
You lucky Shady's not here.
I caught the tail in the FUBU.
You are very lucky Shady's
Look,
not
bro,
here.
I caught the tail in the FUBU. I was in Payless getting the shacks. And also I
had some fat forms.
I had not only the first Starberries, I had the second Starberries too. Those were my hooping shoes.
But you weren't gonna find FUBU with nobody. You had to go to like it's the white mall and it was the black mall.
Yeah, facts.
So we
got to call Washington Square.
So we have Valley View and we have in Dallas you got North Park.
Yeah, you got North Park. North Park's where all
and then Valley View is tore down now.
You got it from Big T's. If you really from South Dallas, you know about Big T's. But yeah, Big T's is where I got it from.
So why you wear the shirt?
I mean, this one I found. It was thrift. I thrifted this one though, because I used to have the FUBU jersey, the orange with the 00 on the back. That was a tough one, but
I think it's an age thing.
Yeah,
it has to be.
It's an age thing. Yeah.
I just don't remember it.
Jabot jeans.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, the Jabos. Yeah,
Jabos.
my dad wouldn't let me rock Jabos, man. I
only rock the joints to the dude that's in jail now. That's it, bro.
Oh, Sean Johns. Yeah. We all had a pair of them too.
Everybody
had a pair of Sean Johns. Everybody had a pair of Sean Johns.
Anyway, look, we got a hell of a show for you guys tonight. We got to get off started. We got to start off Oh, my goodness gracious. We got to start off talking about the biggest news of the day. Trent McDuffie, superstar corner for the Kansas City Chiefs, was traded to the Rams in a trade that involved a first-round pick, the 29th pick in this year's draft, the 5th and 6th round pick from the Rams this year, and then also a 2027 third. Patrick Mahomes reacted to the news with a damn! Losing one of his best players. Is this the beginning of the Chiefs' downfall, losing one of their best defensive guys?
Although we go to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. Hey, you belong to me. I belong to you. Anyway, it's the end. It's the end of the road. It is the end of the road. At least for like 2 to 3 years. Because I just realized Jalen Watson's a free agent I saw. Trent McDuffie, he's gone. We don't know if Kelsey's coming back, although I think he is. Receiver, they still have several question marks. Remember, it's the defense that held the Chiefs up over the last 2 to 3 years of that dominant run that they had prior to the injuries last year. Trent McDuffie is the most underrated elite cornerback in football. We talk about Derek Stingley. We talk about Quinyon Mitchell. We talk about Pat Surtain. We talk about A.J. Terrell. Hell, we even talk about our Panthers cornerback, J.C. Horn.
Sauce Gardner.
We talk about all these dudes.
Derek Stingley.
Yep. We don't talk about McDuffie. Like, Trent McDuffie is the most underrated elite cornerback in all of football and by far the most under-discussed cornerback in all of football. He's an absolute bona fide dude, a number one caliber dude who can play inside and can play outside and has done so in his time in Kansas City. They do not win Super Bowls that they have won without Trent McDuffie. So I do think that it is a substantial loss. I think this is a sign pointing towards the end. It's going to be a smart end. It's a small end, but it's an end nonetheless. I think at least a 2 to 3 year gap.
Man, for Trent McDuffie, welcome home, my boy.
Yeah. You from out here, huh?
From out here.
Yeah.
Went to high school out here. Obviously played college football at the University of Washington. The Chiefs' downfall, it's not the end of the road now. The end of the road was just past season.
Yeah,
they were already on the downslide. But when you have Patrick Mahomes, you always have a chance. And so they do this saying, okay, we have a lot of holes. Mm-hmm. And they know offensive line, they must fix that.
ASAP.
They got to fix offensive line. They got to get a bona fide number one receiver.
Yeah.
And they really need a do-it-all running back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need. And now with Trent McDuffie gone, they also need a corner. and so they have so many holes that they're doing what smart teams do. Why am I going to pay this guy a ton of money knowing we're not going to compete? Is Patrick Mahomes even going to be ready week 1?
That part.
And so this is just smart by the Chiefs. They're selling now while they can, and they're getting some out of this. I agree with you. It's going to be 2 or 3 years. They'll be down. As long as they have Mahomes, they'll be right back in it. At least they should be. Mm-hmm. But for the Rams got to be the team to beat. Mm-hmm. If Matthew Stafford can stay healthy, when you look at the Rams when they struggled last year against Seattle Seahawks, they couldn't stop JSN.
Yeah.
They're going to put Trent McDuffie on him. JSN's still going to get his yards, but he ain't going to do what he was doing this past season against Trent McDuffie. He's too good of a football player. Not a big dude, but he play big.
Yeah.
And so if I'm the Rams and I'm a fan of the Rams, I don't like the move. I love it.
Yeah.
Because they're good at D-line. All 4 guys on the D-line can really go. Mm-hmm. Really good at the linebacker spot. The secondary was a weakness. And the Rams still have a first-round pick.
Yeah, talk about it.
They still have a mid-first-round pick. So the Rams are in a great position.
I'm going to talk about the Rams momentarily. TJ said a lot, but I think the most brilliant thing that we're forgetting is the Chiefs are telling us they're rebuilding. Forget what TJ said. Forget what Acho said. Think about what the Chiefs are telling you. The Chiefs are trying to offload cap space so that they can make different moves. They know, why force Mahomes out there if this team isn't capable of winning a Super Bowl? They might draft a running back early on. Is that running back in year 1 going to lead y'all to a Super Bowl? You still need probably a number 1 wide receiver. You have a lot of good number 3 wide receivers, a number 2 wide receiver maybe in Xavier Worthy, but you still need a bona fide number 1. What's Travis Kelce going to do to some degree, holding that team not in hostage, but holding that team in some sort of like free agency purgatory? So the Chiefs know, hey, this might not be our year. Let's go ahead and make a move. Let's get a first-round pick for the Kansas City Chiefs, of which I can see them either trading back or, remember, if they're trying to find a way to get Jeremiah Love, you have the 9th overall pick. Mm-hmm. You have the 29th overall pick. You might mess around and trade 9 and 29 up to get to 7 with the Washington Commanders so that you can get that 7th overall pick and get Jeremiah Love. Hell, you might need 9 and 29, trade it to the Saints to 8 and then their first round pick for next year so you can go get Jeremiah Love. Like, I think the Chiefs fully understand, T, that they have a lot of pieces that they need to fill, that they need to move around. Getting his 29th overall pick, I also think is a brilliant decision for them.
No, I think it's actually a genius decision for them. The Chiefs are in a great position to build for the future, like you said, TJ. They're not gonna it's not gonna happen this next year.
Yeah.
It's just not. But now having the draft capital that they have, getting the 3rd round pick next year is also, I think, a great selection. They can do so much now to try to get the picks that they want early on in this draft. I think they have a lot of draft capital, especially with the 2 first round picks that they got now. So
let's talk about the Rams for a moment, because what T said was really good. It got me thinking. What teams do when they organize their rosters, T, you know better than anybody. First, you need a roster that can win in the division. What's the best caliber of cornerback to guard Jackson Smith? That's the first thing. You need a cornerback. You don't need to be 6'4". You need somebody that has hips, can change direction, that can move, that got wiggle. Like, that is Trent McDuffie. Jackson Smith goes anywhere. Trent McDuffie goes anywhere. JSN can play inside. He can play outside. What do you think McDuffie can do? He can play inside. He can play outside. Then as else you start to look within the division, you start to look in Arizona. Who's that dude over there? Michael Wilson?
Arizona Cardinals?
Yeah. That's your young bull, right?
Mike Wilson.
Like, he got active late.
Yeah.
And then you start to think about in the NFC, because you got to get through the NFC. George Pickens, he plays inside, he plays outside. If the Eagles move off of A.J. Brown, you got to deal with Smitty. Smitty can play inside, Smitty can play outside. The NFC doesn't have these big 6'4", 240-pound wide receivers. They got A.J. Brown, he's probably moving on, and he's about 6'2.5", 230. The NFC got a bunch of inside, outside, 6'2", 210 guys. 6'1", 210 guys. The Emeka Bukas of the world. You need somebody that can match up with those dudes. That's Trent McDuffie. And again, if we're being honest, the Rams' weak link is at corner. T, you realize they've been rotating cornerbacks for the last 2 years?
Yes.
At outside.
And everybody knows if you're going to beat the Rams, let's just max protect and attack the secondary.
Yep.
That's the goal when you play the Rams is, can we make big plays in the secondary? And the answer is yes.
Yep.
The answer is yes. We can make big plays in the passing game against the secondary easily. That was a weakness. I like Quentin Lake. He's a really good safety, and he was playing nickel. Now he can go back to his natural position and play safety, because Trent McDuffie now may be the best nickel in the game because he can blitz, he can tackle. He not a punk. He not afraid, as we would say, to stick his nose in there and get a little dirty. And so I love the move getting Trent The Rams are in win now, but it's so crazy because they still have a mid-first round pick.
yeah, is it fair to say that this is a win-win for both of these teams? Because I think this is
for
as
sure
win-win
a
of a
win
trade
for the Rams. Like when you're the Chiefs, man, this is very rarely. To me, as a general manager, if you Brett Veach and Andy Reid and you can't, it normally is a badge of honor to draft a guy and give him a second contract because you're evaluating and you're developing. So to trade a guy away like Trent McDuffie, that's young. It's not like he's...
Yeah, he's what, 26?
He's a young dude.
Yeah.
God, they look forward to drafting the guy and giving him his second deal.
Yeah.
This shows me they don't believe they have the team to compete for championships. And a big part of that is Pat Mahomes may not be available the first quarter of the season or maybe the first 6 games. If he goes on PUP, he missed X amount of games, immediately they're out of it.
You can never say it's a win when you trade away an all-pro player.
He's too good of a player.
He's too good of a player to say it's a win because, Kieran, the problem we make, the biggest problem, and I want to caution y'all from making as we enter the draft is, man, we got these picks. You don't know what these picks are going to turn into. We got this player. I know who Trent McDuffie is. He's an all-pro for the foreseeable future. And even if he doesn't win all-pro, he's going to be a all-pro caliber player. But I don't know what that 29th pick is going to turn into.
4 of them, though? 4 of them? You get a day 1 selection, a day 2 selection, and then 2 day 3 selections.
Realistically,
you should be at one of those dudes is gonna pan out.
You ain't really worried about that, man. Like them second day picks for a guy
day 3 selections
that's bona fide. Like we know he's a baller. We know what we getting with him. These are the unknown. We hope they're gonna be pretty good, but
they're not gonna be
they're unknown. Now the Rams, they gotta win. And win. I don't mean just win. They gotta win the Super Bowl. Because Trent McDuffie won a contract. Puka Nacua want a contract.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams, I think, going to need to get paid soon, too.
They already paid him. They already paid him during the
good.
season. But are you going to extend Matthew Stafford?
Yeah.
And if you don't, then are you drafting? Are you kind of setting it up for the future?
Hold on, that defensive line.
Byron Young,
Brandon Fisk.
You're not worried about Jared Verse. Jared Verse got 3 more years.
Yeah.
Now, Byron Young, you worried about him. You're going to have to pay him. Braden Fisk has 3 more years.
Yeah.
And so you got those dudes locked in. But Trent McDuffie and Puka,
they
want to get paid.
And like top of the league deals.
Yes. Yeah, they're up there. They're up there. It's a perfect segue, though, going into our next topic. The Super Bowl next year is going to be at SoFi Stadium, home of the Rams, said Adam Schefter. The Rams won their last Super Bowl when it was also at SoFi Stadium, and that journey started with a blockbuster trade for Matthew Stafford in the offseason. Now they have another blockbuster trade with Trent McDuffie. Fellas, do you guys think the Rams are the favorite to be the Super Bowl champions next year? And then also, is this the missing piece for the Rams to go win that Super Bowl?
I do not like the Rams linebackers. I haven't liked the Rams linebackers in ever. Like, they don't have any like legitimate game-changing off-ball linebackers. That is, I'm not talking about the outside backers. The reason I think he could be the missing piece is because when the Rams lost, they were letting teams go up and down the field on him. You know what I mean? Like, you needed somebody to try to guard Rashid Shaheed. You needed somebody to try to guard JSN. When the Rams lost, but see, yes, because the Rams got better. Is he the missing piece? I still think they need some sort of like dude at linebacker, like some sort of dude. And I still think they probably need another piece in the secondary. You just need one more piece in the secondary. But they're just as good as any other team in the NFC right now, so I don't see why not. Like, they could have beat the Seahawks. They did beat the Seahawks. So, I don't know, T. What
if we're going to nitpick the Rams, it would have to be the linebacking core now.
Yeah.
Last year was for sure the secondary. Nate Landman is pretty good. I had to look, signed an extension because he had a really good year. But with that front four, and now with Trent McDuffie and Quentin Lake, because I actually think Quentin Lake can play.
He can play, bro.
He can play. So you had those two dudes. The linebacking core would have to be the weakness. But we all know football is run one up front. Offensive line, defensive line. If that defensive line can continue to create pressure, the linebacking core, it's easy for them. It's easy for them. We just got to pursue and make tackles. And so, although, yeah, they don't have a household name at linebacker. They don't have a Fred Warner type dude at linebacker.
Yeah. You don't need it.
You don't need it when you had that front four and you got two dudes on the back end now that can really play. To answer the question, yes, the Rams should be the favorite. If they can stay healthy and offensively, Puka, Devontae can stay healthy, but more importantly, can Matthew Stafford stay healthy? No back problems, nothing with his shoulder, anything like that. Who would you put in front of them right now, considering just on paper? Because the Rams,
I would just say the Seahawks. Just them again.
The Seahawks are going to lose Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah.
That's a big loss.
They might lose Kenneth Walker.
No, they're losing him too.
Kenneth Walker.
So the Seahawks, they not getting back. They not going to be what
the Seahawks didn't get there because of the offense, OG.
No.
That defense.
They got there because the offense was able to score points when they needed them.
To beat the Rams.
They was putting up big points against the Rams. And so Kenneth Walker is underrated, bro.
He is. He
underrated.
I'm just saying,
and they're going to realize.
If you telling me, T, who has to be the favorite, it's going to be the team with the young defense that's only getting better. Because Nicky Manwari's only getting better.
Yeah.
Witherspoon's still only getting better. Like, that's the Ernest Jones.
I'm taking the Rams over the Seahawks. I like the Rams team better than I like the Seahawks. Player for player for player.
But we liked the Rams team better last year, and the Seahawks won.
But the Rams we just talked about it. The secondary.
Yeah.
That was their weakness.
Yeah.
And JSN went to work against their you had JXN, you had Rashid Shaheed, you had Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
You losing the big play guy that I believe if he goes somewhere, they right back in it. But yeah, I like the Rams.
I mean, they were a play away last year. I think it was rather close. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Rams are.
It is. I mean,
they're a play away
crazy
on the road
play
in
at
Seattle.
that.
Like A crazy play,
crazy
too.
play.
We're splitting hairs. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to the champs.
Of course.
Because, like, if you're a Seahawks fan, how can you sit here and watch, bro, we just beat y'all, we won a Super Bowl, and y'all going to pick the Rams again? But I feel it.
Moving forward, we got to talk about some Patriots stuff. Patriots informed four-time Pro Bowler Stefon Diggs that they're going to be releasing him after the start of the league year next week, says Adam Schefter. At 32 years old, getting a little bit older, Stefon Diggs, had a breakup with Cardi B, very public. Is he still worth all the drama that he's bringing forth right now?
Man, I wouldn't have suggested Stefon Diggs was worth the drama before the season. Now, the Patriots got to a Super Bowl. He had a 1,000-yard season if you include the playoffs especially. But, remember, think about all the Stefon Diggs drama issues this offseason. There was the pink powdered substance, if I'm not mistaken, on the boat.
Yeah.
There was the lawsuit at the end of the season. I forget exactly what it was or what
he's chef.
Yeah, what he's currently being sued by his chef. The Cardi B stuff, that's just standard stuff. That's not even a huge deal. To me, the big deal was the pink substance on the boat and then getting sued by your chef. That's too much for what is currently a top 30 wide receiver. Diggs is not a top 10 wide receiver. He's not a top 15 wide receiver. Maybe he is a top 25 wide receiver, but to me, that's too much drama for a dude who's no better than Alec Pierce right now, the free agent leaving the Colts. That's just too much drama for that.
I'm taking him over Alex Pierce, but
I'm taking Alec Pierce over him right now.
I'll say this.
What I just saw to say.
This is what I tell the young dudes that I deal with as they advance in their career. Mm-hmm. When they start to talk about your personal life over your production, it's a problem. When they start to talk about your personal life over your production, it's a problem. Because when your production was through the roof, they didn't give a damn about your personal life. They could care less about your personal life. They tolerate things in your personal life. And so when they start doing that, that's the beginning of the end. That's the beginning of the end. And I tell them, I don't know Stefon Diggs. I met him. I know he's a worker. I know people that have played with him that love him. They love this dude. He's a team-first guy, and people don't believe that just from what has gone on, but they love him. He's a great teammate. But you cannot have the quote-unquote distractions that you just spoke of, Acho, and now we talking about his personal life. We talking about his personality. And then we get into his production. And so for him, he'll be okay. He'll find a team. Now, he ain't going to find a team that was going to pay him $23 million. That's what he was going to make with the Patriots. But he'll find a team where he can make some money. But he has to be careful moving forward from here on out. This should be a wake-up call for him moving forward. Your chef is going to sue you.
Man.
Now you got to get an attorney. What does she want, 10 grand?
Can we be honest,
You giving an attorney more than 10 grand. You should have just given it to her.
Can we be honest, though? Stefon Diggs is washed.
Nah, he ain't washed, bro.
He's washed.
He just had 1,000 yards. And then I could be wrong. I can be wrong.
Do you think do you think he has another 1,200, 1,300
You have your
season
computer in front of you.
Okay.
I can be wrong right now.
Okay, go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, he was top 3 in catch percentage, meaning X amount of balls thrown his way, X amount of catches, the percent of.
I'd have to log into PFF
So
for that.
when you get, you're not washed when you're performing like that.
85 receptions, 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Nah, he's for sure
32 years old. That's not old.
He's not. He's washed compared to Stefon Diggs. He's not washed. Stefon Diggs is still, I said, a top 30 wide receiver. I just no longer think Stefon Diggs is going to be a bona fide, put the team on his back number one. How do we know this? Because in the playoffs, he never did. He had a couple really good moments on national television, most notably against the Buffalo Bills, where he went for 100 yards in that game in Buffalo, where they won. Gigantic game. But
what about the one-hander when he was with the Vikings?
I'm saying
ran down the sideline.
If you're 32 in the Super Bowl, and you're most notably everybody knows Stefon Diggs, you're the leader of this team offensively. You're the oldest guy on this team that's elite. And you don't do nothing in the game?
But they couldn't block. They didn't protect Drake May very much at all in that game. Mm-hmm. And so how many targets did he get? They couldn't protect him.
I just know Mac Hollins led the team in receiving yards
because Mac Hollins had more opportunity than Stefon Diggs. in that game.
Don't you create your own opportunity, sir?
Not if they not blocking.
Okay.
I can't do anything. I can't do anything like Stephon Diggs. To me, he can still play.
Is he still number one wide receiver? Let's cut the BS.
Yeah.
For who?
For who?
I mean, you think he goes back to the Patriots? They want him as their number one?
Right now, he's the best receiver on the Patriots team.
I'll give you that. Does anyone want him to be their one going forward?
If he went to the Buffalo Bills, he'd be the best receiver on the Buffalo Bills right now.
That's a good point.
If he went to the San Francisco 49ers, he'd be the best receiver on the San Francisco 49ers right now. Yes, he would.
Brandon Ayuk ever going to play football again?
Brandon Ayuk is not part of the Niners anymore. Yeah. And so that's 3 teams right there that can compete and do. If he went to the Kansas City Chiefs right now, he'd be the best receiver on that team.
But here's the problem, T. If you're signing him, you're also signing the lawsuit.
Yes,
you're also signing the off the field issues.
And that's my point is, Acho, because we were once there.
Yeah.
When you young, man, you just think this shit gonna go on forever.
But he's old.
Like I'm untouchable.
Diggs is a very old NFL player.
And then as you start to get in advance and you start to get year 8, 9, 10, you still think I'm that dude.
Yeah.
And then when this happens, can you change the narrative about what, because perception is reality.
That's facts.
Can we change what people perceive him to be? Can he change that? Because he can still play 3-4 more years, but he's going to have to change that perception of him. And I don't know if he can.
Where does Stephon Diggs go?
One of those teams that I named.
Won't go back to Buffalo. We know that.
No, he's not going back to Buffalo for sure.
San Fran can't afford another headache. I like the Chiefs a lot, and Andy Reid knows how to deal with personalities.
Can I ask you this, though?
Yep.
When you say headache, I don't know if he's been a headache on any team he's been on.
What I mean by headache is I can't afford a guy who might have to miss time for non-football reasons.
Now,
that's what I mean.
Has he missed time for non-football reasons before?
This upcoming lawsuit with this chef.
I'm saying this.
Like that's what I'm worried about.
If I'm the San Francisco 49ers, me, and what I have, I need to sit down because Shanahan ain't. You're not doing that with Mike Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, why I say Mike? You're not doing that with Kyle Shanahan. Like, Kyle Shanahan is going to put you in your place or you're not going to be on it. He fits there. He's quick. He's going to get open. He's going to catch the ball. And that's all you want. If the personal is in place.
There's just no way I can deal with what I dealt with from Brandon Ayuk for the last 15 months.
But has Stephon Diggs ever done something like that?
T, think about it though, T. You know when you dating somebody and then y'all break up and the person you dating, she got different baggage, but it's still baggage.
Yeah.
It just reminds you.
It's just different.
It's just triggering.
Yeah.
So Stephon Diggs ain't done nothing like BA has done. But BA ain't done nothing like BA had done. You know BA, I know BA.
Yeah.
But Brandon Ayuk hadn't done nothing like Brandon Ayuk had done until Brandon Ayuk did it.
It was early in his career though, to be fair.
True, but I'm simply saying, like, I don't know if I want anybody with any character question. Just give me just like a dude. Give me Russell Wilson, a receiver. Like, I don't want if I'm coming off this Brandon Ayuk situation, I don't want no drama.
But teams are willing to deal with something if they feel it's going to help them win.
That's facts.
If they feel it can help them win, and if I'm the Niners and I look at his production and I look at balls thrown, the balls caught, and I look at my receivers, the availability of our receivers, catching the ball of our receivers, getting open from our receivers, I got to look at that because eventually that window for the 49ers is going to close.
Yeah.
They see what the Rams are doing. They see what the Seahawks have done.
Yeah.
That's your division.
Yep.
You have to stay on pace and try to compete with them. So I would look into it, but there's spots out there for him. I believe he can still play. I'm a fan of his because I know people that have played with him and they speak highly of him.
Is he a Super Bowl winning number 1 or a Super Bowl winning number 2? Because I think he's a Super Bowl winning number 2. I don't believe he's going to be a number 1 on a Super Bowl winning team.
Yeah.
Number 2, hell yeah.
I'll take him as a number 2 right now.
Right now.
I'd say him as a number 2. Yeah.
But a number 1,
I don't see it.
If you with the Niners, you for sure the one.
Yeah.
And I think they can. If Fred Warner come back like he's supposed to, and Bosa come back, the Niners right there. Because as long as they got Kyle and that left tackle, and that's the thing though. That's the thing that people don't. because Ayuk wasn't in the building like that.
Yeah.
Man, Trent Williams ain't letting nobody ruin this. He got a couple more years. He ain't letting nobody do that shit. Trent Williams mess around and slap the shit out of one of them dudes, bro. You're not ruining the last couple years of my career.
That's facts.
And so when you got dudes like him, you got to fall in line.
Where we at, Kieran?
Moving forward, we got to keep it about some wide receivers. The Eagles are asking for a future first and second round pick in any potential trade for A.J. Brown. No team comes to Philadelphia with their asking price. Brown will stay a Philadelphia Eagle. There's also this tweet from Frank Amarante. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. He said the Eagles acquired a 25-year-old A.J. Brown for a first and a fourth-round pick back in 2021. Now the Eagles want to trade A.J. Brown as he enters his age 29 season for a first and second round, a.k.a. Quinnen Williams package, 4 years older and a higher price. That ain't happening. I also don't think it's happening. Do you guys believe, though, that A.J. Brown is still elite?
Yeah, he's elite, but they not getting that.
No.
Of course not. Like, Howie Roseman is the best GM in football. He ain't getting that. If that's true, he ain't getting that, so you might as well change your expectations. They done lost their mind.
Yeah.
They have really lost their mind thinking you getting a first and a fourth round pick and I got to give him all this money? Come on, man. They don't believe this.
Nah, you know.
Ain't no way they think they getting this.
You know
no
what this
way
reminds
possible.
Me of? You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like, oh, bro, I'll do it for $15,000. You know you're not going to give me no damn $15,000 to do whatever it was that you want me to do.
Yeah.
They want to keep A.J. Brown in Philadelphia. They made it very apparent. He's staying in Philadelphia unless someone is willing to sell out
or they
completely.
It's a dummy out there that say, oh, well, yeah, we just go ahead. Ain't nobody doing that, man. They know ain't nobody doing that.
Here's where I disagree with y'all. One, I disagree with the premise of the tweet. When AJ was traded for that first and that fourth, remember, AJ had averaged, I believe, 900 yards a season. No All-Pros.
Yeah.
Since he's been in Philly, AJ's averaging like 1,200 yards a season, 3 All-Pros.
Let's talk about that.
Talk about it then, T.
Who is this quarterback when he was in Tennessee?
Who's this quarterback right now?
Ryan Tannehill. I'm going to tell you. But his quarterback is way better than Ryan Tannehill.
As a passer?
His quarterback is better. He's a winner.
Fair.
He's
Fair.
better.
Fair.
And oh yeah, he's 20. He was 25. He was just scratching the surface of what he is now. When he was in Tennessee, they knew the potential that he had.
Correct.
And so yeah, he wasn't an All-Pro. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. He went to a great team, and we know this: when you win, everybody that's a really good player gets acknowledged more than if you were on a losing team.
Yep.
But the money I got to pay him. And you really think you getting a first round pick and they wanted a first and a second? That's what it said?
Yeah, they wanted a first and a second.
If they take out the first, we could talk.
Let me ask you this, though. How many more good years does A.J. Brown have in him?
I'll say, me personally, 4 to 5.
Great. How many years are on a rookie first-round pick contract?
5.
4 to 5.
Yeah.
So if you telling me A.J. Brown got 4 to 5 more good ones in him, and you telling me a first-round pick got 4 to 5 in him before you got to make a decision, you part ways, you extend him, whatever the case may be, A.J. Brown is worth
but not
that first-round pick.
$30+ million. That's the thing. I got a rookie, he making $3 million. I got to give him $30+ million every year. I'm not doing that. And the Eagles know that. And the fact that the Eagles are willing to trade him lets me know that they will take a lot less. Because the fact that they put this out there, at some point, if A.J. Brown don't get traded, it's going to be a problem this year because he was cool as hell last year. He didn't cause any problems. Let him go back to Philly and let this take place again where he ain't getting the ball as this and that. Now, y'all act like y'all was trading me during the season. Trade me now. Yeah. Because now you done already put it out there. You done already put it out there. So now all I'm going to do is remind you that you put it out there. So now let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah. I think it's also a situation where the Eagles view the problem. It's very clear they view the problem from last season as being Kevin Patullo. We've seen A.J. Brown get busy with Jalen Hurts. We've seen him go to a Super Bowl where he had a season and he's an All-Pro and whatnot. I think they're viewing this as, okay, A.J., we're going to keep you because we know we're better with you. We've won a Super Bowl with you, and we can try to figure this offense out. The question for me now is, it's really about Jalen Hurts. Is Jalen Hurts going to be able to give us a season where he can consistently hit these top 2 targets that he has out there? Can he feed A.J. Brown, because we know he's capable, as it seems, unless he actually has fallen off. We know he's capable of 1,400-yard, 1,500-yard seasons possibly. Can Jalen Hurts feed him? And this is my thing. I don't think we're going to have another offseason where we're having this conversation about A.J. Brown. Either it happens during the season or he gets traded midseason.
But if you want to trade a player, now's the best time to trade the player because now's the time while everybody still got their draft picks from this year.
Something that can help.
That's why I think the asking price is so high right now. It's high right now. If you want him, come get him. But during the season, it is what it is. If it doesn't work, now I can't lie about it anymore.
Here is why, to me, A.J. Brown is worth the first and the third. Because A.J. Brown is the difference between winning and losing a Super Bowl. And the Philadelphia Eagles know that. They went to two Super Bowls.
For what team right now?
Truly, there's one. Two. Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots. The Bills know they cannot draft a quality wide receiver. They swung and missed. One too many times because one is too many times.
Call me, I got him.
The New England Patriots draft too late to draft a game-changing wide receiver. I think they're picking 31st overall, thus they're picking, 63rd or 62nd overall. So if you are one player away, you go get that player. I saw too many tweets today saying the Seahawks are idiots for trading that 4th-round pick and that 5th-round pick for Rashid Shaheed just to let him walk in free agency. And I responded, no, they're not.
Super Bowl. Shit, you're going to give up everything to win a Super Bowl.
He's preaching, y'all.
Yeah.
You gonna give up everything to win a Super Bowl.
Hell yeah, you
so
will.
what is a 1st-round pick or a 3rd-round pick if you can win a Super Bowl?
He going to New England.
You gonna get that pick to the Philadelphia Eagles?
He going to New England. Vrabel loves him. He loves Vrabel. Damn, he going to New England. They moving off of Stephon Diggs. Vrabel was his coach in Tennessee. They moving off of Stephon Diggs. They can absorb the salary because Drake May's on a rookie contract. Their 1st-round pick is basically a 2nd-round pick. He going to New England.
Remember what
he going to New England.
In the Speakeasy, we give y'all the stuff.
1st and a 2nd.
But remember, no. 1st and a 3rd. If y'all remember, 2 days ago, the report was because Trey, you remember what you asked me yesterday?
Yeah.
You said, hey, why they ask for a 1st-round pick and a top 100 pick?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, that's what it was.
That's what it was. It's a 1st-round pick. And he was like, why do you ask for a 1st-round pick and a top 100 pick? I was like, because that's code for we want something in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
What are the Patriots going to give you? They're going to give you the 96th pick and the 1st-round pick.
The New England Patriots, for sure, you got Drake May on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
When Drake May contract is coming up, they may be moving off A.J. Brown. And if they can get a Super Bowl out of that, you don't think they would get that up?
Correct.
I mean, they was fine draft picks for quote-unquote cheating to win Super Bowls. You think they ain't going to give it up to win one?
Think about it. The Patriots are not stupid. You can't get rid of Stephon Diggs and roll in the next season with Mike Will. Who's a
It's
receiver?
Kyle Williams, Mac Hollins. Kayshawn Booty.
No. Stop.
That's their receiving
Stop
core.
the booty.
Stop it.
DeMario Douglas.
You can't do it.
Yeah. That's their receiving core right now.
No.
He going to New England.
Yeah.
He going to New
I
England.
co-sign that completely. I mean, I think I like that too.
Also, it's not a draft where you want to. They're taking late too.
Taking so late.
You
your
don't
1st-round pick is a 2nd-round pick, bro.
But him and Vrabel, I don't know they still communicate. They still talk. And so they get along.
No, I co-sign that. I co-sign that.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't really think he's getting traded still, but if it ends up happening, I don't think it's a move that the Eagles actually want, unless it's just too good to be true. Moving forward, let's talk about a receiver on a better team. The George Pickens is in the news. Dak Prescott had immediate availability and talked about George Pickens. I'll let you guys take a listen to him.
Yeah, George loves football. That's the one thing about it. I just want him to know, don't change your love for football. Don't get in the business mind of this. You played last year on a 1 year for not even that much, right? So if you can go 30, whatever it is now, I think it's the same thing I got. So, when I franchise. So, hey, go do it. At the end of the day, bet on yourself. He's a hell of a player. Hopefully we can get him long term and sign that. But if not, I think the way
I need
that
y'all
he
to
plays
listen
the
to
game,
something.
the person that
Hold
he is.
on. Pause it. I need y'all to listen to something. Play the first 6 seconds of the clip again. Listen to something.
Yeah, George loves football. That's the one thing about it. I just want him to know, don't change your love for football. Don't get in.
Hey, why you tell somebody something unless you know they need to hear it? Don't nobody text me, Acho, be on time for work. I don't need to hear it. You tell somebody something that you already know they might need to hear. This worries me. I'm not going to say too much because T, you and I were at the same dinner conversation where we heard all that we needed to hear about George Pickens. You can share what you want to share. I won't say too much. Dak Prescott said all that needed to be said. Don't change your love for football. You tell somebody not to change their love for football if you are worried about the fact that they might change their love for football. You tell somebody don't change their love for football if you know, money might change them. T and I have yelled this on this show. Money doesn't change you. It makes you more of who you are. So if George Pickens already has some potential commitment to the game of football issues, and not Sunday's game of football, I'm talking about Monday to Saturday's game of football. If George Pickens already might have those potential issues, that's why your quarterback says don't change your love for football. He didn't say like, hey, we got to go work. Make sure you don't keep catching them passes. No, you tell him something you're actually worried about. This is a gigantic deal. What Dak Prescott just said, gigantic deal.
I just really wish Dak would have minded his business with this one.
Go ahead, T.
I really do.
Go ahead, T.
Dak usually minds his business.
I really wish he would have just minded his business.
Why you say that?
He said way too much. Like, normally, does he really get this in depth with his answers?
Never.
Not really.
I've never heard him talk like that.
So now,
before.
why you want to really go in depth when it pertains to me? Boy, mind your business. Like you always do. You always say the right things. You can't say the right things now? Like, come on. That to me is what I don't like. The Cowboys, if they gave George Pickens $36 million, they have a deal tomorrow. If they gave him $36 million, they have a deal tomorrow. Because George Pickens is a hell of a player. Finally showed what he can do when he got to a real team with a real quarterback. The Cowboys, there's probably 5 good receiving coaches in the National Football League. 5 out of 32. 5. Cowboys got one of them. They got one of the top 5 receiver coaches in the league. The rest of you, part of that 28, because receiver coaches in the league, they don't know shit. They don't teach you nothing. They teach you football, but they not teaching you how to get better. The Cowboys got somebody that's actually going to teach. So I know he would prefer to stay there because he has a good coach that is teaching him. But it's really hard when you have CeeDee Lamb and you pay George Pickens more than CeeDee Lamb. It's tough. But I just wish Mr. Prescott would have minded the business that pays him.
I don't wish he would have minded shit. How about that? I don't wish he would have minded anything. Dak Prescott has been the beacon of player-coach speak in the NFL for the past 5, 6, 7 years, brother. I'm tired of it. I love the fact that my quarterback went out there and said, you know what? I want you to play. I want you to be here. I want you to not forget that love for football, and I'm hoping you go out there and play.
Man, I don't need you to tell me that shit. If I'm George Pickens,
I'm happy he's doing it.
I don't need you to tell me that. Like, I don't need you to tell me that. You want to do that now. You ain't done that before.
He
you ain't never
character.
done it.
The only
he's showing
but
desperation.
why are you breaking character
because
now?
He's showing desperation. He wants George Pickens to play next year. He knows that the Cowboys have an opportunity to do something special next season if George Pickens is playing.
But you missing it, Kieran. It's not about George Pickens playing or not. He's sending George Pickens a message like, hey, bruh, don't change up. And he's letting the Cowboys and fans know George Pickens might change up.
I disagree.
He said, don't change your love for football. He's letting everybody know, like, out the blue. No need to say that unless you already know,
that's a possibility.
The money turn you to
from
a
his
monster.
personality.
Unless you know that the money might turn him to a monster. That's why he's saying that.
I don't like
a lot of cats.
I don't think it's the money turning him
This is
into
a
a
problem
monster.
with the NFL
it's
today.
the
Too much
lack
greed.
of contract that may turn him into, I've earned this. Now you're going to franchise me? Like, I've earned this.
What?
Like, $30 million is a lot. Like, me, where I come from, I'm signing that shit ASAP. Next day, I'm signing.
That's what I'm
signing.
saying.
But
it's leaving a lot of money on the
you're
table.
still leaving so much money on the table.
That's greed.
And it's easy. No, it ain't greed. It's what he's earned. That's what he's earned. And it's easy for Dak Prescott to say that because he's a quarterback and the possibilities of him injuring himself as a quarterback in OTAs and mini camps are slim compared to a receiver.
Remember, Prescott got tagged, broke his
And
leg
that's what
on the tag,
that's
and
what
then
he's
still went out
saying.
there and got $160 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Prescott's been through it.
Any other position, are you getting that type of contract if you break your leg?
No, sir, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not, sir.
A quarterback,
You're not.
you getting it.
Yep.
Nobody else is getting that.
Yeah.
So you playing on the tag if you GP?
I'm signing it, and then my back gonna get hurt.
Acho said that, all week.
Yeah, he did.
He been saying that all
My
week.
back hurt right now, actually.
Soon as I signed on it, just from leaning over, just something
just
happened in my
saying.
back. Soon
Now,
as
look,
signed on it,
do I expect Pickens to play on the tag? No. But also at the same time, is it going to be a situation where they pay him $36 million? He's making more than CD Lamb. That's weird. It's because now CD's going to want to restructure. Like CD's, I'm sorry, CD's worth at this point more.
They are
in contract.
They are with the same agency though. So
They both A1? CD not A1?
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
He with Tory Dandy. Tory Dandy now with Athletes First.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I disagree
I just
with
want to
y'all,
see
man.
Pickens
play.
I think Dak was just saying, I've been through it. You can go through it and
Yeah.
get through the storm.
And Dak
there's
became
light
what?
at the end
Hold
of the
up.
tunnel. Just bet
Thank
on
you.
yourself and you'll come out
And
ahead.
Dak
That's
became
all
what
he's
after
saying.
doing that?
But it's
You trying to
Dak
make it
hold
seem
on.
like
If-
Pickens is a
hold on.
YN that gotta be watched.
Can we
and-
make this very clear?
Coddled,
If George
man.
Pickens goes out there next year and has a 1,500-yard season, you know what he's going to be going into the 2028 year?
franchised.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna be.
He's going to be the highest paid wide receiver in the league.
Now the Cowboys going to tag him again.
Karen, have the
Bro.
Cowboys not realized they've been
They
down
probably
this
will tag him
road?
again.
Yeah, Jerry.
They could have. They literally.
Jerry might
think
actually
about
tag him
this.
again.
Let's
Jerry is pretty
Let's
good.
go
so I
back
don't
in
like
time.
this.
Go back.
Damn, Jerry.
They could have given Dak Prescott $33 million before they franchised for the first time. He would have signed that immediately.
Immediately, yeah.
Immediately, they could have given him $33 million. They franchised him twice
Yep.
and ended up paying him
60
way more.
Yep, need that.
Way more, and then had to give him 60
Yeah.
because of the way the contract was structured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons.
Talk about
Yeah.
it.
They could have signed Micah Parsons to a deal.
Yeah.
They waited. Then it got to 40.
Yeah.
You could have Micah Parsons for about
Bro,
30
go before
plus
that, bro. Go before that. Ezekiel Elliott.
with Zeke.
Well, thank God with that one.
And so, right now,
Dodge the bullet, that man.
they can sign George Pickens for 36. The top of the market is 40. If he do what you just said,
you're going to pay him more than Justin Jefferson.
if he just do,
Reset the market.
if he has $1,500 yards like you just said,
Yeah.
he gonna want 41, 42 because it is
That's true.
all these. If JSN,
That's
he
true.
want to be the highest paid,
Yeah.
that's gonna push the market.
That's true.
Puka, that may push the market. So you might as well sign him now. Is it a lot? Yes, but it's always greater later.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
It greater
is
later.
Is that everywhere, T? It's always greater later. Like, does that transcend football? Like, you take that into relationships. You take that, like, where does that stop, T?
How you feel about your marriage
You
now
can't
than when it
ask for
first
married,
started?
man. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's essentially what you just asked, Acho.
No.
How you feel about your marriage right now, TJ, versus when y'all was young?
TJ still
is.
young.
TJ, how your
No.
sex life now versus when you was
It
young,
is,
man?
It is better now. It's just different.
Yeah.
Because you're mature. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can
pass
talk
the
about
You
honeymoon.
understand the person
We
more.
talking football. We could. When you're younger,
Yeah.
for you, this for you, my boy.
Okay.
Talk to him,
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
to him,
yeah,
talk
yeah,
to
Right,
him.
drop some
yeah,
knowledge
I'm gonna
on
give you free
yeah.
game. I'm gonna give you free game real
School
quick. And
it.
it's everybody listening.
He need it.
Everything is about the physical. She look good. He look good. Everything is physical. We just having sex.
Yep.
And we don't have conversations. And so then, since everything has been so physical, she not telling you how she really feels and what she wants, and vice versa.
Could.
So now when y'all been together 7, 8, 9 years, you still find each other attractive. But it's still not, it's not like it was the first 2 or 3 years where every time you see each other, it's like, ha yeah. And now when you guys had that argument, it's like, oh my God, where is this coming from? Y'all never had conversations about what I need, what I want, what I'm willing to tolerate, what I can't tolerate. And so as you get older, you had those conversations, but I wish I would have had those conversations right away. And I didn't care to have them conversations because all I was worried about was, hey, how you look? Let me get some.
Hello.
Hey, come, let
Hello.
me get some. And that's all it's about.
Yeah.
Because it's physical. Had them conversations when you young.
T drop knowledge.
So now
Okay.
nothing is like, oh my God, you changed. Nah, we had this conversation. You don't remember that?
T drop
Free game.
knowledge.
Okay.
T drop knowledge. in the
He needed
speakeasy.
it. He needed it
Hold
because
on.
that brother didn't know what FUBU was, so he
Hold on.
needed that.
Hey, in the back, we clap for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. We clap for free
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
I see we got a super chat. I see we got a $50 super chat.
We did get a $50 super chat from our guy, Benjamin Todd. He's been here with us every single night since we've been back from our hiatus. He said, I think the Cowboys are paying Prescott way too much money for him to remain civil and quiet. Hold your teammates accountable. I love that Dak broke the sound barrier. Good to see you, TJ. First time super chatting with you in the hot seat.
Okay. I like that.
We also got one earlier from G-Man. G-Man said, finally caught the Speakeasy live. Just wanted to say y'all are the greatest sports show out there, and let's go Texans.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
appreciate that. That's love. That's love. That's love. So
Round of applause.
Hey.
Shorty, make that.
Straight clap. All right, man. Keeping it pushing. We got to talk about a man that has no business being close to a microphone during the offseason. It's time we talk about Aaron Rodgers. He essentially said it's bizarre that people want to know who his wife is. I'm trying to find the exact time to start it at. Notes say end at 20 seconds, but it's at 0. Okay, I bet. I'll let you guys listen to the 4-minute clip.
It feels like you found your one, brother. It genuinely does. So congratulate. We are very happy for you in that particular sense. You need to know that as well. There's people out there that are very fucking happy for you as well that you're in love.
The obsession is fucking bizarre.
Okay.
That's the only way to put it. The obsession is really bizarre.
Essentially, he said he's known her since 2017, but then they separated. She went back across the pond. Now, years later, they're happily married. She doesn't want to be a public person, and it's going to stay like that. I now get, Rome, what you meant by end at 20 seconds. How do we feel about this? Aaron Rodgers keeping his wife private.
I hate when Aaron Rodgers sounds shocked by things that are common sense. You are a public figure. When you are a public figure, people care about who you are in relationship with. Rodgers, why you act like people trying to figure out your mystery wife is bizarre? Your behavior with this mystery person is bizarre. The only thing that's actually bizarre, Aaron Rodgers, is that you randomly got married to some random person and are randomly keeping it the most random secret. That's what's bizarre. We're not the crazy people, Aaron Rodgers. You are the one that's behaving out of the norm. Now, if you want to keep your private life private, by all means. I think I saw Kerry Washington, Nnamdi Asomugha. They had their first collective interview for the first time in 11 years this past weekend. They've been married for 11 years. Yeah.
What?
Nnamdi Asomugha and Kerry Washington. They just kept it completely secret. Now we know they're married. They just don't talk about it super often.
I knew that.
So I say all that to say, like, Aaron Rodgers is acting like it's bizarre that people are wondering about his personal life. Bro, you the one that's bizarre.
It's the cost of doing business.
Talk about it, T.
It's the cost of doing business when you're Aaron Rodgers. And that's what it is. Now, I'll say this. I don't care who she is. I don't want to know who she is. It don't matter to me, none. Like, I don't understand. Why do people care? She's a woman. That's his wife. Who give a damn?
Because you're making a lot of assumptions.
That's me. Like, I get where he's coming from. Like, why would people care who I'm married to?
But T, see, don't play dumb.
Now, he knows why.
Don't play dumb. He's been in several public relationships. I think Danica Patrick, dating back 10 years ago, the race car driver.
Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn. Then there was Shailene Woodley. Like,
from
Rodgers, you've always had public relationships.
Only one I know is Danica Patrick.
So, but after that, but boom, like the actors and actresses, whatever. And now you're allegedly, and I use the word allegedly intentionally. Now you're allegedly married, and you're shocked. You're the one who set this up.
Okay.
Why are you rolling your head at me, G?
I'm going to jump in here.
Please.
I think the last statement in this original tweet, she doesn't want to be a public person. That's what for me just is like, okay, who cares? It is kind of bizarre for people to care as much. If his wife does not desire to be
with somebody
if his
in the
wife has
public
not
eye,
been, no, I understand.
His
She's
wife
with
could
someone.
be Alexa, the machine.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers has done this. He's done this to us before.
He could be Manti-Tailing it right now, and it would not matter.
Point. He said, "I've been immunized." Do not let Aaron Rodgers fool you, people. When he said I'm happily married and she, Aaron Rodgers could literally be married to Alexa.
And if he is,
that'd be weird.
And cool. We already know he's weird. That's like that. Like, to me, I think if his wife, if he's saying that his wife, whether he has a wife, whether he doesn't have a wife, whether it's a Alexa, whether it's a Build-A-Bear, I don't care. Whatever the wife is, if he's saying that wife does not want to be in the public eye, he's due as a husband to just be like, cool, I'm going to protect that for her. I'm going to make sure that I'm not or the stuffed animal. He's well within his right to feel that way.
Go ahead, T.
He's one of the few athletes of the last quarter century, at least, that comes off as he doesn't care about being in the public eye.
T, that's a lie.
No.
He doesn't show every week.
Hold up. once he left Green Bay, the discount double check, those commercials. Once those commercials kind of went off the air, then I believe that's where he didn't care about the public eye. Now he doing the Pat McAfee show because he getting that bread. But once those commercials went off the air, that was State Farm, right? Yeah. Once those commercials went off the air, I think he shifted and was like, I'm cool with being in the public eye, but it's too late. You Aaron Rodgers. I don't get it. I don't care who somebody is married to, but I get where he's coming from.
But here's my thing, T. Why do we find out Aaron Rodgers was married?
Yeah, who?
He told us. Told us. He said in the offseason last year, I got married. And then he started wearing a ring. Aaron Rodgers is the person like, bro, I got this story to tell you. Oh, what happened, G? What happened? I ain't going to tell you.
Now you really want to know.
Correct. Rodgers is the one, Kieran, if you can find it whenever you have time, when Rodgers is the one that said at the Steelers press conference, so Aaron Rodgers, how's your offseason, da-da-da. He's the one that told us he got married. Bruh, how else would we know? And a reporter isn't randomly asking, hey, did you get married this offseason? War Ring told us he got married. Now you mad that people asking questions about it. And here's what upsets me about Aaron Rodgers. He did this before. During COVID, for those that are unfamiliar, if you're new to the Speakeasy, you might even be new to sports. We're a little gateway sports show. If you're new to sports, Aaron Rodgers during COVID, they asked him if he had been vaccinated. And he said, I'd been immunized. Led everybody astray, ends up getting COVID like 2 weeks later. He dresses as John Wick to a Halloween party after beating the Arizona Cardinals on the road or losing on the road, ends up missing time, whatever the case may be. People are like, yo, how'd you get COVID? Da-da-da. He's like, oh, well, I didn't say I'd been vaccinated. I said I'd been immunized. Stop trying to outsmart people, bro. Stop it. So I'm not finna let Aaron Rodgers make us feel like we the bizarre ones.
Have you ever considered maybe Aaron Rodgers is married to the game?
Like Shady's married to the streets.
That's what I'm saying. You ever considered that?
That's a good one.
Because you sitting here all his jock about it.
That's a good one.
Damn.
I don't care what that man's wife is or isn't, or whether she exists, whether she's not, whether she's black, white, brown, or purple. I could care less. Can he throw a football for the Pittsburgh Steelers is what we should be talking about in here. Goodness gracious, man.
Trey, chime in on this one, G, because I know you as a married man.
You married.
I
am married. I don't hate it. I think with the ring thing, him wearing the ring, eventually they were going to start asking. So he tried to, just get ahead of the game. Like, hey, I got married. I don't want to talk about it, though. And that's okay. If you want to keep your marriage private as a public figure, you reserve the right to do everything in your power to do that.
Here's what runs me hot, though.
And this is the last thing I'll say.
Good, please.
Real quick. Because he's a sports figure. He's not an entertainer. He's not an actor. He's not where TMZ and those. It makes more sense. It's more normal to be in your personal life in that atmosphere. As a sports figure, you don't need to, you know what I mean? That's not what I'm here for. That's not
here's
what I
my
do.
thing. One, he's transcended sports, but two, I'm going to tell on myself and anybody else. You know the dumbest thing that people of notoriety do?
What's that?
Release information and end it by saying this, but please respect my privacy at this time. It is the dumbest thing that any person of notoriety ever does, ever. You make something private, public, and then you tell what was private, but you made it public to now remain private. It was private before you made it public. So why can you make something private public, but then ask somebody to keep it private? It was private. You should have respected your privacy at that time. So it's the dumbest thing that any person of notoriety ever does, particularly if the information was going to remain private. Yeah. Now, if it was something that was going to become public, a death, right? Like maybe a divorce, because divorces end up being public, sure. But don't have something private, make it public, but then say, hey.
But he had to rock his ring though. So it was always going to come out
there was going to be questions.
TJ, you married, huh? You married, right?
I can't afford a ring.
You didn't have to do anything, sir.
Maybe that was the stipulation from his wife.
People
from Alexa?
People be asking me like, you married? I'd be like, yeah, I'm married. You ain't got no ring on. I'd be like, I'm married in my heart. Married in my. I don't really wear.
You lost me there. You had me. You lost me.
I don't wear jewelry. I don't really wear jewelry. So
you don't wear jewelry.
I wore a ring when I first got married, and I just kept I'm take it off. I lost 2 rings in 2 weeks.
Damn.
I'm not wearing another ring.
Yeah, it's a nuisance. He's a wide receiver. His hands are important.
Yeah,
that's true.
Now I will say this though about the I think people reserve a right to disclose information that they might not want to answer later on. So like you should be able to say like, yo, look, for him, if he's rocking a wedding ring around and everyone's like, oh snap, are you married? He should like say, hey, look, I'm married. Don't ask.
Yeah.
And people should respect that at the end of the day. I don't have to be on his case about it at the end of the day, but I get where you're coming from. In a lot of cases, there is like a, yo, I punched somebody in the face last night at a bar. Respect my privacy. Nobody told you to tell us that.
Until we knew that. Yeah.
You just dry snitch on yourself.
And he's at his place of work. Place of work. Don't ask me about my relationships.
But
when I'm at work,
when you are a public figure and you're a huge public figure at that.
That's fair. I think the question is fair. I think the question is fair, but when I tell you no and I shut it down, don't ask me again. I think that's fair to ask from both sides. Like,
he was being nice to tell you he got married, and now you prying into my information. Now that's it. I'm done.
Leave it at that.
I was just being cool
anymore. Yep.
Where we at? I know he definitely met her on some ayahuasca trip, but sorry. Moving forward, we have another outrageous Max Kellerman basketball take, and I'm ready to talk about it because this one might be as crazy as Iguodala. Rich Paul and Max Kellerman have their podcast, which is hilarious. I'll let you guys take a listen to what Max had to say.
Michael Jordan in today's game would average a 40-point triple-double, Rich.
Now you're out of your mind.
I'll explain. Michael Jordan's usage rate was way ahead of everyone else's in his day. And today, the usage rate is even higher for the primary guy. His usage rate would be through the roof. It would dwarf Luka's or Harden's.
Sometimes.
Fellas, do you guys agree with Max Kellerman that Michael Jordan would be averaging a 40-point triple-double in today's NBA?
I do not agree with him. And for the record, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player I ever seen, and that's going to stay that way. But to discredit, I don't like when we start to discredit the guys and the athletes of today. And I would have done this if I would have played today. I'm sure Michael Jordan believes he would have scored 40 points, an average of 40-point triple-double. But back then they had illegal defense. You couldn't really even double somebody unless you went. I mean, they playing zone defense now. So they going to force you to get rid of the ball, force you to shoot threes or whatever it may be. I just feel like Michael Jordan was the greatest player to ever play basketball, and he obviously was the greatest player of his time. But to say that he would average a 40-point triple-double is basically saying the dudes of today ain't shit.
Yeah,
that's basically what he's saying is these dudes playing today couldn't hold a candle to him.
Yeah.
They're going to compete, just like the dudes that played against him going to compete. They going to compete. Now, could he have done it? No. Was it a possibility? Anything is a possibility when you're as great as Michael Jordan was. But that just makes today's players look like they just straight ass, like they could hold not a candle to Michael Jordan at all.
Yeah. Can I say something about Michael Jordan discourse? I think after going back and rewatching a lot of those games, it's clear that people have the idea of him that they do because in his first half of his career, he was so much better than everybody else. I think they equate that to what it would look like today.
Yeah.
He was so much better than everybody else in the league. He was doing things that nobody had ever seen before.
Athletically as well.
Athletically, just different. Like he was just a completely different, more skilled, next version basketball player than anybody else in the league. And he refined that over time and got better and better and better and won championships, right? I think people nowadays have to realize the league around him, like you said, this is more disrespectful to the players around Michael Jordan's era than it is, I think even the players today. To think now that the game has evolved so much and players are, I'm sorry, the league is 10 times deeper than it was ever before. This is the most deep that the NBA has ever been. To think that a guy would just come in and be that much better, that same gap would be between the best player and the second best player is just ridiculous. It's asinine. And it does not make sense. I hate these arguments.
Let's also be for real, bro. As great as Jordan was all the things, he not doing near the stuff he would have done.
No.
10 scoring titles? Sorry, it's not happening.
No.
Kevin Durant would have something to say about a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just not happening. And I think T hit the nail on the head. Is you're not adjusting for the inflation of all the other athletes because everybody got better.
Yeah.
And then the real thing
because
we're not
of
talking,
him, though.
Correct.
Yeah.
The real thing we're not talking enough about is, bro, the European game is now so much more entrenched in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, We didn't have foreign-born players dominating. Shout out to Akeem Olajuwon slipped through the cracks.
Yeah.
But like Jordan, there wasn't a Giannis's walking around and Jokic's walking around. It just wasn't the case.
Yeah.
Like now the game of basketball has found truly the best players in the world. It wasn't always the best players in the world. It was the best players in North America. Now it's truly the best players in the world. That's why the last 5 or 6 NBA MVPs have all been foreign-born players, if I'm not mistaken. So I think like Jordan would obviously still be the or one of the top 2-3 greatest players ever because his mentality was different. But the dilemma is, bro, the delta between the top 15 best players then and the top 15 best players now.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, like, to go out there and average 40, are you shooting the tray ball at the same level that everybody else is?
Correct.
Could you make that adjustment? Because we've seen a lot of players, they either have it or they don't. I think he
would
could
have made the adjustment.
I think he's good.
All great players are going to, if they were shooting a 3 back in Jordan's day like that,
shot the three.
all
He
great
would've shot
players,
the three.
he's going to adjust. He's
Yeah.
too good of a player not to.
Nah, I hear you there, but I think there's just a lot of questions. There's way too many questions on whether, like you said, illegal defense. There's actual zone defenses. You either had to completely commit to a double or you had to play straight up isolation ball. It's a completely different NBA that these guys are playing in, and it's a real like for whatever reason in basketball. I don't know why we do this. We act as if the game hasn't evolved.
I mean, you see Anthony Edwards now, right?
Yeah.
Man, they just coming to doubling, making me pass the ball, and I don't get it back.
Yeah.
That's what they would have done with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
That's what they would have done. As soon as he passed half court, they go on to doubling, get rid of the ball. He ain't getting it back.
Is it also fair to say, and don't think of it from a basketball perspective, but is it fair to say that every team now probably has one player, at least 90% athlete that Jordan was? Because of how many freak
absolutely. Athletically, yeah.
Like now every team has like an athlete that's a 42-inch vertical guy, a 6'6", 200, 30-pound, just
everybody can jump. Everybody, yeah.
Like Derrick Jones Jr. is flying through the air and he's a 6-man at best.
Yeah.
Like you think about that. Like it's like you didn't have those type of athletes. I'm
Hell
saying
no.
They did. They had those types of athletes back then, but they weren't all over the place.
But those athletes were all like demigods.
Yes.
Back then.
Yes.
Now those athletes are like, Jared Vanderbilt.
Like please, like and for anybody that's gonna push back on this, please go back and watch some 1980s basketball. Please go watch Dave Corzine, Michael Jordan's center, his first 4 years of his NBA career. I know that name because I went back and actually watched the games. We have YouTube. We can do that. The younger generation can do that. I watched it. He was ass. He stunk. Yeah. I'm sorry. He would never play in today's NBA. Just point blank period, he wouldn't. I think the level of athlete is crazy. And this is my thing, though, TJ. The wide receivers that you work with now, the younger wide receivers, are they more refined skill set-wise at a younger age than say, your generation was?
Dude, I was just at the Combine, and I was talking to president of a team and a general manager of a team. And my exact words were, the receivers are way better than we ever were. From a skill standpoint, they're better. They're quicker, they're faster, they run better routes. Now, they might not be as mentally tough because of the culture. Mm-hmm. But physically, they're better.
Now, my question to you is, why do you think older basketball players or older basketball pundits or fans are incapable of admitting that the game has evolved or the skill set has gotten more complete for younger players?
They'll admit that.
I don't think they will.
No, they'll just tell you they would have been better because of what's going on.
Yeah.
They'll admit it and say, oh, well, what I did back then, if I was here, I would be way better than they are today. Because
if they had the access to train. I can hear
that part.
I
agree. I hear that part.
From a mentality standpoint. But also, I can hear the mentality standpoint every day of the week. My problem is you're not growing up in that era. You would have grown up in this era, and you would have had the mentality that these guys do.
Yeah, that's a good
point.
So
why are you discrediting them?
That's a really good point.
They get to be soft because of what y'all did in the past, but also at the same time, we figured out so much more. They're going to play a lot longer. They care about their injuries. They're going to sit out games. They're going to do all the other stuff physically to be able to develop their athleticism to get to a point where they're jumping 40 inches and whatnot. But also, that comes with a little bit of mental softness. Yeah. We just can't accept that for whatever reason. And that's my problem. The skill set is improved. You can say they're softer players. I'm not going to argue there. But my thing is the skill set's improved. Stop acting like you would come into this league and just wreck everybody and everybody's ass.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
The other problem, if we being real, for real, Jordan not winning 3 break 3. That's also not happening.
No.
Nah.
Because
I don't think that's happening again.
Somebody would have said, oh, I'm teaming up here, I'm teaming up there. Like, Jordan's also not winning. Jordan's not doing half of the stuff Jordan did. However, I give credit to somebody for being first. Because it takes something for Jordan was more athletic than everybody else. He did have more dog than everybody else.
Yeah.
So I also give credit to Jordan for having a mindset that nobody else was having at that point in time. For having athletic ability that nobody else had at that point in time. Because it's one thing to be that athletic when there aren't trainers 24/7. You saw Jordan was drinking a beer walking out the stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I give credit, too, for somebody being first. That's the credit Jordan got to get. But the 40-point triple-double,
I think it's just crazy. I think it's crazy. Trey, we got any super chats?
We did get quite a few super chats, actually, so I'll run through them real quick. Our guy, DJ Jackson24, said, big game and knowledge drop by TJ. Shout out 2-5, Fly Eagles Fly, and Carebear better not switch up jerseys when the Cowgirls finish third in the NFC East.
Third? He's probably putting the Giants up there. Come see us, bro. What Desi Banks say? Come to the street, bro.
Come to the streets, bro. The real one, Obi said, or the one real Obi, sorry, said, Acho, I don't like the fact that GP is valued more because of Dak, but Dak can't speak on ways GP should go about the contract when he's one of the main reasons GP is better on the field. Remember, he was traded for a third W show.
Oh my! Who said that?
Oh, that was a period.
Who said that?
That was the one real Obi.
Come on, Obi. Like, Dak is the reason GP is better. Like, really? Really? Come on, bro. Like, come on. Dak is not the reason GP is better. Dak is a big part of the reason why he had better stats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But this goes hand in hand. Because all them balls that Dak threw him, if he drop him, is he better? Nah, he ain't. All right.
Yeah. But he looks better. You'll give him that. You'll give Obi that. He looks better with Dak.
He played much better with Dak.
Cool.
Much better.
He doubled down and said, looking what Bron is doing against the league, you telling me a 1987 MJ would average 40, 10, and 10? Are you trying to say wouldn't, maybe? You think Jordan would?
So basically, saying LeBron is ass. Jordan would average a triple-double, 40 points. That's what he said.
Because then DJ Jackson said another one, said a 42-year-old LeBron can average 23 today, Jordan getting a 40-piece every night. And that's just, can we stop?
That's
like,
not
I hate,
crazy.
we just talked about the aura, the benefit of aura and nostalgia.
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't for LeBron.
And
LeBron averages 23 at 41 years old.
So Jordan
would have
averaged a 40-point triple-double
it doesn't.
in today's game. Like, it's just crazy. And the one thing that I just want to add to the conversation that I may have missed, but I don't think I heard y'all say, is Jordan's 39 minutes per game in the 90s looks totally different in the 2010s, 20s, and even the early 2000s, which he played a few years, and we saw what he looked like as he, was older. But 39 minutes then versus 39 minutes now is totally different wear and tear on your body. I mean, now, it was a more brutal sport back then. It was more physical contact. But in terms of the up and down, the pace, the speed of the game,
I hate
would have
this,
done
though.
way more to Jordan's body.
We act like they're just completely two different. Like they're at the start of their careers very far apart. But also, Michael Jordan's last year was what, 2002?
2004, I think. He
played he didn't cross over with LeBron.
Oh, you're right. 0203.
Yeah. 40-year-old Michael Jordan, was he doing what an 18-year-old LeBron James was doing the next year? Was he doing what a 19-year-old LeBron James was doing 2 years later? It wasn't like the league just completely switched players. Mm-hmm. What are we talking about? Stop acting like now a 42-year-old LeBron and then MJ would have been averaging 50 on everybody in his prime. Yeah, right. Like, come on, bro. He walked into the same league playing against the same players that MJ left.
Yeah.
I don't know. People forget how old LeBron is. He's soft. He played against some of the best players in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Scottie Pippen.
He came into the league when they was
still like
when they were still physical.
Still had a little goal. Yeah.
Go ahead and tell me that the 2004 Detroit Pistons weren't physical. Yeah. The team that he had to beat
they wasn't stopping LeBron from doing nothing.
Nothing.
25
Come on, bro.
Going straight to the hole.
It's okay to give both players their props, too. That's my problem, bro. Yeah. It's okay to say, I can sit there after watching MJ say he is by far and away the most dominant basketball player I've ever seen on an NBA court. 100%. Yeah. Nobody, he was so much better than everybody else. I understand if anyone wants to call him the greatest. I'm not here to discredit that. But also, I watched LeBron James complete basketball. Mm-hmm. Be the most complete player I've ever seen on the court. So, I think they're both GOATs in their own right. And they played in two separate eras. But whenever they crossed over, the gap wasn't crazy.
Yeah, that's fair. The one real Obi did he sent another $20 super chat to clarify himself. He said, no, I'm saying they are both great. I'm saying the NBA is top heavy.
Okay. Yeah. Nah, I feel that.
Like that, Obi.
Where we at, G?
Moving forward, we got to talk about Logan Paul. This is a very interesting take that I'm very excited to get off my take about. He said he offered $1 million to play any NFL player or to fight any NFL player. I'll let you guys listen to the audio.
I wouldn't be surprised if I throw hands with Tom Brady on the field in LA. Dude, Tom Brady does not want to throw hands. There's a clip of him out there, of him calling me a bitch.
He's a football.
To Gronk of all people, who I beat up all of his brothers back to back. The Gronks lined up, and I beat them up back to back to back. And guess who didn't step in there? Mr. Gronk himself. And yet they're calling me a bitch.
Don't do that.
I do think it's cute. If any of the football players want to fight, we can see what happens.
What football players would straight up beat his ass?
Not a single one.
Name one.
Not a single one.
Nah, don't do all that, bro.
I would put any amount of money that you could put.
DK.
Metcalf?
Not a single football
He's a
player
big
could
dude?
beat me in a boxing match.
Myles Garrett.
That is on God.
Myles Garrett? Garrett?
I would throttle Myles Garrett.
Fellas, how do we feel about Logan Paul essentially saying that he would throttle a bunch of professional football players in a fight, in a boxing match?
Rage bait.
Well, I'm too old, boy. But if he had said this about 10 years ago, I would have boxed his ass. I for sure would have boxed him. But I got a name right now. He too old, but he might put hands on him. It's Tom Zibikowski. That's my boy. Look him up, Logan. He coaching now.
Yep.
But if he decides,
Tom Zibikowski is putting hands on Logan Paul, and then I'm gonna give T-Mac about 3 years. T-Mac might put hands on him. T-Mac boxing every day.
Is he?
Yeah. Now I don't know how big Logan Paul is. He looked like he probably
Logan
about
Paul,
two-
he's like my height.
he's a big
He's like
dog.
my height, 230,
And
bro.
he's a freak athlete.
He's like your size.
It
But
don't
bigger.
matter if you're a
Like
freak
little bit
athlete. Like you got to be able to box.
Yeah.
yeah.
To like everybody hit hard. Anybody over 200
gonna hate
pounds,
my
they
take,
hit you,
man.
it hurt. So everybody gonna hit you. But Tom Zibikowski was a Golden Glove. Like he can really fight. Like wasn't nobody trying him. Nobody in the locker room was trying Zibikowski at all.
What you got to say, Karen?
If Logan Paul stepped into a boxing ring with Myles Garrett,
Okay.
for as big and as strong and as athletic of a freak as Myles Garrett is, Logan Paul putting the beaters on him.
Yeah, but Myles Garrett ain't a boxer.
So
Like,
look, nah, he's not. He's not. I'm saying, like, what he's saying is, though, there's a lot of football players, and, like, I'm going to be honest. Out of the guys in the NFL right now, a lot of them do have some hands. A lot of them are very
Hey.
athletic. There's some guys who can go out there and throw.
Hold up.
He's
I'm
beating a
tripping.
lot of them simply because he has actually been boxing for
boxing,
years.
correct.
Now.
Hey.
He's been boxing. Also, I mean, in just a straight up fight, we're not even talking boxing, bro.
Sean
He's a
Merriman
great
is
wrestler.
Sean Merriman is knocking Logan Paul ass out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sean Merriman can fight. Sean Merriman can
Sean
fight. That'd be an
Merriman-
interesting one.
My bad, lights out.
I'm not-
Yeah, lights
Sean
out.
Merriman
Lights out.
is
I'm
beating
taking lights
the
out.
fuck out of Logan Paul.
There's two types of people I'm not fighting. Ball with a beard and a mohawk. You got it.
No,
You
it's
got
the
it.
dudes with them cauliflower ears. When you see
Oh
them,
yeah,
dudes,
definitely them too. Yeah,
keep
that's
it
all
pushing.
automatic. That's all
I'm not
automatic.
gonna lie though.
But Merriman had
Logan,
Hey.
Logan, I think if you lined up some of like the biggest, strongest, athletic
but they
dudes
not
in the
boxing.
NFL, you put Daniil Hunter out there, you put Myles Garrett out there, you put Michael Parsons in there. Logan Paul putting hands on him.
But
But
Logan
he's
Paul-
a boxer.
Yes.
That's why he's saying what he's saying though. For Tom Brady to call him a bitch, he's saying, bro, I really whoop
Now, here's the thing,
most
like-
of the dudes out, and
but
he really means that.
Why
though.
has nobody talked about Aaron Donald?
I think he'll
Because
actually
he's not
whoop.
boxing.
I think he'll beat
Now,
Aaron
we
Donald in
ain't
the boxing match
talking
too.
wrestling because Aaron Donald just gonna grab you.
Yeah.
But boxing,
You have
Sean
to be
Merriman,
refined though.
Zibikowski, but they former players, current players. There's some current players that I'm sure that have boxed. And
Yeah.
now, I don't know who they are, but it's some current players that have boxed. He got to be careful with that because if somebody may call his bluff
Yeah.
and really put them hands on him.
Like Max Crosby trains. He goes to the like the UFCPI, throws some hands and whatnot. He got hands put on him by Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
Who I think is he's a solid boxer for MMA, but like I think as the boxing fan here, brother, Logan's putting hands on a lot of these dudes. bro.
and you got to
Yeah.
consider
Like,
the
there's a couple that you can point out that'll give Logan hell.
it
The
ain't a couple-
conditioning
it got- you
required for
have-
boxing
it ain't
is
even
different,
the
too.
conditioning, Trey. It's have you boxed? Like it
Yeah.
ain't just box for 5 months. You have to have gone to do some type of boxing training, and your
Yeah.
pops or somebody coming up for at least a couple years. If you haven't boxed for a couple years, you stand no chance
None.
to somebody
But let me
that's
ask you
been
this.
boxing.
And he's an athlete that's boxed.
But
though.
let me ask y'all this though. I don't feel like Logan Paul's actually saying anything. because like you
That's
box. Of course you're gonna beat players that don't box.
Yeah.
In the same breath that like any receiver will route you up.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Run routes.
Yeah.
Any LB gonna tackle you in the open field.
Yeah.
You can't make nobody miss.
But he didn't
But
start
then
boxing.
he
He was a YouTuber and like he wrestled. That's
the issue.
big
But
point.
then don't call me a bitch. Yes, I know I can whoop you. So why are you calling me a bitch?
That's what it is.
But
Tom Brady calling him a bitch to Gronk got under his skin and he said, Gronk, I beat brother 1, brother 2, brother 3. You ducked the smoke.
But that's not
y'all are
saying
calling me-
nothing, though. If you're a boxer,
it's saying something when you're putting $1 million behind
I'm
these
saying
hands.
if
like
you a
that's-
boxer, beating somebody in boxing don't mean nothing. I walk up to somebody, bro, I bet I'll attack you in the open field. I can.
Right.
I play football.
Yeah.
I hope I could tackle you in the open field, especially if you didn't play professional football. He been a boxer for what, 7, 8 years now?
Like, yeah, like,
You feel me?
That's why I
yeah.
say, because of the athletic capabilities of professional athletes,
Yeah.
you don't have to be boxing for 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah, you can pick it up.
3 years, 2 to 3 years, somebody can give Logan Paul a run
Logan
for his
and-
money.
Logan an athlete,
But
though,
if-
too.
But if you just going in there cold turkey and you training for 6 months, of course he gonna beat you.
Yeah.
But Zibikowski,
Zibikowski's a different
Come
beast,
on,
though.
man.
Looked it up.
Come on, man. I'm
Zibikowski, a
trying to
Golden
tell you.
Glove boxer.
I'm trying to
Also
tell
took
you.
professional boxing matches.
I'm trying to
He
tell
might
you.
not put that work in
But
40.
would y'all say a football player
Ain't
will
no
have
as a professional boxer.
an NFL player will have a better chance versus Logan Paul in boxing than Logan Paul would have versus an NFL player on the field?
Yes.
100%.
But the
Yes.
thing is, though, that's
Yeah,
not his
100%.
main. If you're talking about like Shakur Stevenson, then it's like, bro, you've been boxing since you was a baby. These kids have been playing football since they was little kids. You know what I mean? I mean, these guys have been playing football forever. He's not like he's a dude that was on YouTube and making vines.
Man, I'm about
Also,
to hit
anybody
Zibikowski
can
up,
fight.
see if he want to make that quick meal ticket right quick. He might be on
But
board with
Logan
this.
know what he doing. Logan ain't finna fight nobody.
He might.
Nah, he might.
Them Pauls do
He
anything
will
for a
fight
dollar.
somebody.
Them
Like,
Pauls
he
do
absolutely
anything for
will.
a dollar,
He might
boy.
call you out after this.
But you
He
know
might.
what was interesting, and I saw
Would you
somebody
get in the
say-
ring with Logan Paul?
For what?
I
ain't
value
get whooped.
this.
If I ain't get whooped, I don't need the money.
But okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Because somebody made a good point, like no NFL player, no starter needs the money. And
None.
some
Yeah.
practice squad kid just gonna go out there and crash out. And just like, 'cause
and they hungry, so they might catch
they
him with
might-
something.
yeah,
They
that's what I'm
might,
saying.
yeah,
They
they
might-
might catch him.
like Myles Garrett, he don't need $1 million.
Yeah.
But
No.
like that practice squad cat, just gonna go out there and just
Yeah.
Yeah, he need a
But if
couple
Logan
years,
Paul say
though,
10
so he
M's
gonna
right
get
now, I told
embarrassed.
me and you get in the ring for 12 rounds, 3 minutes, you fighting.
12 rounds.
12 rounds.
How long they let you
Nobody
train?
making it 12 rounds.
You get a
Give me
year.
9 months?
You get a year to train. You get 12 months to train,
yeah.
10 million.
Yeah.
You get in the
do it
ring with Logan
for 10
Paul.
mil?
Because you got to remember, if you give me a year to train,
Uh-huh.
the former NFL player is gonna tap back in.
Oh, okay.
That's what you got to
Okay,
remember. Like,
yeah,
you give me a year
yeah.
to train, like
Acho.
I already work out every day.
Acho.
I just got to survive the fight.
Okay, survive it? Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me? Like,
Yeah.
it's like if it's win, hell no.
Yeah.
Acho, he might put you to sleep, bro.
The biggest,
I'll wake
the
up with $10
biggest,
million.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Come on, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm with you. Logan, fight
biggest
me,
thing-
man.
Say,
Fight
hey,
me.
say what you want, huh? I got 10
I woke up with $10 million.
I would be the first knock-knee boxer I ever seen get in the ring. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be his biggest
Wow.
downfall is them knees knocking together. Them knees knocking harder than
Wow.
Logan Paul's upside
Now,
your head.
I think there is something to say here, though. I think there is something to say here. How do you feel if you're Myles Garrett that you're the barometer for fighting outside of it? It's just like, oh, I bet you won't do that to Myles Garrett. I bet you. It was Aaron Donald before.
What problems with Myles Garrett?
No, Myles
No, but that's what I'm saying. Though.
6'5",
Myles Garrett,
270.
Myles Garrett, like building
Shredded.
Legos, and it has
That's why.
Chloe Kim.
That's
Like
why.
he doesn't bother anybody, but he's constantly in this position to defend his manhood for
Because he
whatever
the
reason.
one. Like Myles Garrett is the mecca of athlete.
Man, there's some
Yeah.
dudes in the league that's boxing, though. I'm telling you, since they were at least a teenager, it's somebody out there.
Now, there's people with hands in the league. For sure, there's some people with hands in the
Because,
league.
Not-
bro,
not
you got to
boxing
remember,
hands.
most
Yeah.
defensive ends, at least when I was in Texas, which is 15 years ago,
Mm.
we had in our weight room, we had somewhere called like the not holy ground, but like there was a back room when our defensive line coach would just box with them dudes.
Yes.
because all defensive ends are working
damn.
on is 1,
Hands.
2, 1, 2, 3. Hey, 1, 2. 1, 2, inside stab.
talking
Inside
about
stab to
Giles or
swim.
what?
Nah, it was a different guy.
Oh, okay.
Coach Cross. And he would just be down there
Hit
for
y'all with
boxing.
crosses out there.
So
Yeah, like-
when I was in Seattle, I used to box a lot. Dan Quinn was in Seattle.
Yep.
I used to do boxing with him all the time
That's it. Damn.
because we had a speed bag, heavy bag. He'd be like, "Yo, you in here?" And he's a huge fan of boxing. Dan Quinn, you probably remember this. We used to be in there all the time, just me and him.
I believe it. I believe
That's
it.
tough. Yeah, fight me, man. I'll take 75,000.
As soon as you get touched.
Come on, bro.
It's crazy.
I'm oh, you know what I mean? I'm taking a dive for sure. Look, keeping it pushing, we got to talk about probably the funniest news of the day. Stephen A. Smith going back and forth with the New Orleans Pelicans organization. He had a lot to say today. I'll just let you guys listen. This was after he went at Zion for being overweight.
I'm at the top of the heap in this profession and getting paid for it, by the way. And by the way, my popularity is more than anybody you got on your team outside of Zion Williamson. Again, not throwing any shade on the players, just giving you facts. Why am I bringing all of these things up, New Orleans Pelicans? Because you can't about you. We are approaching the tail end of the season. We are in the month of March. Nearly 65 games have been played, and you're still searching for your 20th victory. Y'all are horrible.
Can we stop? What do the two things have to do with each other? Stephen A. Smith, he's the classic example, and it's no fault of his own, of getting famous way too late in life and getting rich way too late in life. Because now Stephen A. Smith, I feel like, is trying to live out his 20-year-old dreams as a 58-year-old. Whether it's the overly exhaustive pictures getting on the private jet, whether it's the stadium entrances, like, why are we consistently, it's one thing if you got to read somebody they Miranda rights on occasion, consistently talking about how much money you make and consistently talking about being at the top of your profession. Like, Stephen A. has main character syndrome to the highest degree. Now, to Stephen A.'s credit, Stephen A. is at the top of the profession. First Take is killing every other show, including my former show, at the same time slot. So I know just how talented Stephen A. is firsthand. But there comes a point where it's like, bro, your job is to report on the athletes, report on the news. Your job is not to be the news. And that's my only thing with Stephen A. is like, he's consistently become the story as opposed to covering the story. And back in the day, he used to just cover the story. And now every day he's become the story. So that was my issue with it. He could have given that whole take without giving that portion of the take.
One, I watch First Take a few times a week, catch about 30 minutes of it. I didn't see what the Pelicans put up, so I don't know what brought this. I just always felt like, as a player, when I was playing, if people in the media, TJ sucks, he didn't play well, that's fine. But when you start to make it personal, you got to be real careful, because some of these players, they don't like that. Like, they run up on you, then what? Like, you got to be careful with that. And I've always, and I hope I do a good job with that, never making it personal. I'm never going to talk about a player, about who he is as a person, what he does. I'll talk about his game. But outside of that, and I don't think anybody on the Pelicans cares that he's more popular than them. You're on the show, you're on TV every single day. The Pelicans aren't on national television very often. They don't have a lot of household names on their team outside of Zion Williamson. And so, in essence, he's correct. But he didn't have to say that because everybody already knew that. And so, I just don't want nothing to come from this, because this is just certain players, man. They don't care. When they see you, they're going to be like, what's up?
And LeBron already checked him.
Yeah.
And that didn't go Stephen A. Smith's way.
Can I jump in here, bro?
Please do.
As a dude at 58 years old who always dreamed of playing in the NBA, to sit there after talking about the athletes for 20, 30, 40 years, however long, and then just be like, well, I'm more popular than y'all. Bro, you're lame. You're genuinely a cornball for that. I'm not here to discredit Stephen A. for what he's done in his career. I'm in this business because of Stephen A. Smith. But all that I have seen since becoming a sports reporter, analyst, whatever you want to call what I do, all I have seen from this man is be an absolute embarrassment. I'm ashamed to say that he's the one that inspired me to get into this business. He is an absolute cornball. You're lame. You don't have any sort of, it's ridiculous the amount of ego you have. And it's really quite discouraging. It's kind of disgraceful for anyone that looks up to anyone in this business, especially as a black man. I've met you, and it was one of the worst experiences that I've ever had in this entire business. I'm dead serious. Stephen A. Smith, you continue to be an embarrassment. You think that you are the story continuously, over and over and over again. You sit there and you make and you jest about players and athletes, knowing good and damn well you wanted to be that. And you make it personal. Like you said, that's the thing that's the worst part about it. I can sit here, I can say a dude didn't play well, but also at the same time, I can sit there, put my ego aside and say, dude, I always wished I could play in the NFL. I'll never do it. But I honestly always wish that I could. There's a level of respect that you're supposed to have for the players that you made your career covering. Have fun in politics, bro, because I don't want to hear shit else you got to say. That's all I got to say about Stephen A. Smith, bro.
You should have just dropped the mic. Bow.
Bro. I'm dead serious. I'm embarrassed that he's a dude that I was inspired by. I'm embarrassed.
Why? What changed in your mind?
Bro,
That's real.
It was fun whenever it was I'm giving passionate takes and I'm showing emotion and I'm maybe even sticking on one side. I'm cool being like poking at Philadelphia fans the same way that he pokes at Dallas Cowboys fans. That's cool. That's being a fan. That's being awesome, right? I mean, that's awesome. What he does now is embarrassing. I got this video right here. Walking in to stadiums as if you're the main character, doing stuff like this, like just everybody's looking out for you. And look, obviously there is a post about him. I'm not saying that he's not a superstar. He is. He's gone to where he's gotten. He's gotten to where he's at now. Simply because of how talented he is. I'm not here to discredit him for that. He is a very talented, hardworking individual. But at this point, bro, the ego the dude has on him, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. To say that I'm bigger and more popular than anybody on the New Orleans Pelicans. Bro, shut up. Shut up. You're a 58-year-old having a popularity contest with 19, 20, 21-year-olds who are living out a dream that you can never accomplish. You fucking cornball. I'm sorry, bro. That's all I got to say.
I mean,
what else is there to be said after that, brother?
I'm done with that.
he's not wrong.
I'm passionate about this topic, though.
No,
I really am. I'm very passionate
But
about
I
this
think,
topic.
but rightfully so, because you got into this industry because of Stephen A.
Because of him.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruh.
Because you know what's interesting is I'm
it's
listening to
terrible.
Kieran talk. It's like, there's a difference. I got in this industry because I played ball. However good, however bad, however high level, however low, I got in this industry because I played ball.
Yeah.
Kieran, you got in this industry because you're creative and because you're talented. Stephen A. didn't get in this industry because he played ball. Winston-Salem, wherever that is, 1.5 points a game in college. He got in this industry because he's talented. Yeah. So the path that Kieran took is much more like the path Stephen A. took. You feel me? Yeah. So at the point in which you got the young bulls looking at the OGs and don't even respect the OGs no more.
It's not a good look.
It's not. And I do believe Stephen A. is a prime example of like power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Like Stephen A's just gotten so much power and so much influence and so much in his
He worked for it, so
fame.
credit to him. But it's what you do with it, bruh.
Yeah.
It's what you do with it.
I feel like also he's a classic case of you were never that guy, and so you didn't know how to handle being that guy. Yes. I feel like that's the thing. You was probably the guy getting joked on at the lunch table. You was probably the guy getting stuffed in the locker. You was probably the guy getting hazed in the locker room, averaging 1.5 points. You was the guy getting put in the game with 2 minutes left and you're down 30 points. Go get you a scrub bucket. And then you became that guy in your profession, but you've never been that guy before.
Correct.
So you're going from literally zero to hero, and the moment was too big for him. He didn't know how to handle it.
I told you, bro, it's because he got famous too late in life.
Yeah.
Like when you're good at something, right? T, you play ball, so you was probably in high school. People cared about what you had going on.
I hope they did.
You feel me? Like I played at Texas. I was whatever I was, all Texas or all whatever the heck I was. Then you go to the college, all American. People cared about me 16, 17. Nobody cared about Stephen A. till he was like 44. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like now you living out those childhood fantasies.
Right.
But at 58, if Stephen A. was 28, oh, who cares?
Yeah.
If he had this amount of, I mean, even then, bro, it's for me. I actually, because now I'm really starting to reflect on it. For me, the problem is, bro, you got your career talking about athletes, though. Mm-hmm. You got your career because you were capable of talking about other people doing great things. You got started doing that. For you to now have so much ego that you're slandering those athletes as if they haven't accomplished what they had to do, like you have to cover them to be where you're at.
Yeah.
You stop talking about sports today, how many people are really going to be caring? Like, if he just doesn't talk about sports at all, gives no more sports takes, how many people are listening to Stephen A. Smith on a day-to-day basis?
Nah.
People are gonna care about some political takes that he has. He is a public figure at the end of the day. But, bro, to sit there and slander athletes continuously like he's done, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Career?
They made you.
Yeah.
They dead ass made you.
Yeah.
And not only that, you want to be them. You've always dreamt about being them.
Yeah.
So for you to be like, I'm not saying you have to view them as above you or anything like that. Give them some respect. Give them some respect, man.
Yeah. Well, and like you just said it earlier on the show. Money doesn't change you. It makes you more of who you are,
bro.
He was corny before the money. He got money and just became cornier on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. I mean,
and you know what else it is? I feel like his insecurity shows a lot because he's always barking back at people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Stephen A. is always telling us about like what he's done. Top of the industry. First take the most watched show.
There's inspiration to be taken from that though too. For as much as I'm shitting on him, I understand like he has worked his ass off.
He has.
Yeah.
But my thing is like when you popping, you don't have to tell everybody you popping.
Facts.
Because you just popping.
Let the work show for itself.
You know, and the work does show. Like
Yeah.
the work has shown. Like, and I think the other thing people forget is like Stephen A. at the end of the day, he is just an entertainer.
yeah.
He like you can't take him that
Yeah.
seriously.
Right.
He's an entertainer. Be entertained.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
entertained. Keep it pushing. Don't take it that serious.
Yeah. I'm taking
Where
it
we
serious.
at with it, bro? Last one, man. Last one before we close the speakeasy.
Look, we got to get up out of here by talking about everybody's favorite establishment, Magic City. Look, Luke Cornett went out there on Monday and had ended up putting out a statement saying that the Hawks should cancel their Magic City Monday night that they have because the NBA should desire to protect and esteem women.
Now, at context,
Yes.
what was the Magic City Monday that the Atlanta Hawks were having?
So Magic City Monday, the Atlanta Hawks are hosting a Magic City Monday night where they're going to be giving out merch. They have hoodies. It's a Magic City themed night, kind of like you would have like a
HBCU.
HBCU. Sure, HBCU.
and now,
night.
what is
Yeah.
Magic City?
Magic City? It's a titty bar.
Okay.
Hey, we got
So my uncle calls
Magic
it, man.
City parking lot.
Magic
right?
City parking lot.
Yes.
Straight ass up in there, man. Straight ass. Draymond Green ended up having a response to this. He said he wanted to defend it. He said, "I don't know if you've ever been, but if you see it in action, it's actually a form of art that some choose to indulge in and some choose not to indulge in.
Acho.
Cardi B is selling out stadiums, and her background would be that. I don't think Cardi B has esteem issues, so I think that's actually a negative vantage point on these women that are in this line of work. That just because they chose this line of work, that they have esteem issues. Fellas, do you guys agree with Draymond Green about the Hawks Magic City night?
Hell no. Now, I'm not going to say who has esteem issues, right? Esteem, the operative word is self-esteem.
Yep,
It's
for a reason.
yourself.
Correct.
I can't tell anybody what level of esteem they have. I don't think Cardi B is the prime example to use of someone having esteem issues or lack thereof, but I'm not going to try to project who has quality esteem or not. What I will say is this. Let's deduce it all to this. Is Magic City something that we want to be promoting to children at a game? That's where it starts and stops for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about culture. I don't want to hear about no. Is a strip club something that we should be promoting at a game for kids? And if the answer to that is no, that is the answer to whether or not Magic City theme night should have existed at a basketball game. There's so many other aspects of Atlanta and of the culture than to promote a strip club at a basketball game. Period.
When you think of Atlanta in sports, you think of Magic City. And so I agree with it because I don't care that the Hawks promoted it and it's kids. And that's your parents' job. That's your parents' job to make sure if I don't want my kids to visit this type of establishment, I'm going to let that be known. And I'm not a strip club type of person. I'm really not. I think I done been to a strip club maybe 4 times in my life. And in those 4 times, I probably dropped a total of maybe $20, maybe.
They hated you.
I'm just, that ain't something we do out here. And so I've never been a strip club type, but I respect it. That's what they do in the South. And Atlanta, Magic City, they talk about the strip club and they talk about the chicken wings. Mm-hmm. I know that. And so I don't mind that one bit. And Luke Cornett, that's great. It's up to these women to not do these things because this is going on whether you go or you don't go. Magic City and not just Magic City, all these strip clubs, whether Luke Cornett goes to that strip club or not, it's business as usual.
But here's my thing. I agree with you on if he goes or not. Don't bring the strip club to me. I told you, Trey told you.
They were just honoring it.
Come on, G. Like, I've never been to a strip club because you got to go to a strip club. Don't bring the strip club to me.
You never been one time?
Never been, not once.
I remember my team, first time I've been was in my rookie year. They forced us. Like, come on, we going to strip club.
I've never asked this, but because my thing is like, it's true story. No, I'm not going to tell the story. But I'm going to just say.
time out. No, Aaron Rodgers. No, Acho Rodgers.
Why you bring it up?
Rodgers.
If he's just going to keep it, hey, that's a great one.
He realized he wanted to keep it private. He realized he wanted to keep it private.
You don't get to make something
Why
private
disclose the information?
and then make the public private and tell them to keep the public the private away from the public.
Yeah, come on now.
No. Run it back, Turbo. Run it back, Turbo.
Look, so my freshman year at Texas, we're playing Ohio State in the Fiesta Bowl, and we're in Arizona. I'm a young bull, so I'm with all the OGs. You know, we all went out to eat, and then after we go out to eat, curfew's not till 12 or something. So everybody's like, "Yo, let's go to the strip club." But I was like a super straight and narrow, especially college. Never, I still ain't drank to this day, still ain't smoked to this day, whatever the case may be. Never been to a strip club. So I'm like, "Yo, pull over." And I'm going to just call a car back to the hotel. We're staying at some resort in Scottsdale, Arizona or whatever. And so, like, I've made decisions to make sure, you know what, I'm not going to a strip club because it's just not something I'm going to do. I say that to say, like, don't now bring the strip club to me. Because T's right. When T said that, that's why I brought up that story. Because there have been situations where it's like, a whole squad is going.
Hey, Acho.
What up, G?
You really a good dude, man.
Oh, man.
Don't let me fool you. That story's just true.
You are really a good dude.
That was my freshman year.
Wow.
Like that story is just true. But that story. But I say all that to say is like, don't now bring it to me. Don't force. And now I was 18. You forcing it on 8-year-olds.
They just honoring it. And the 8-year-old, they gonna ask what this is. It's a restaurant.
I just don't like.
Okay, they're famous for their chicken wings.
Can I jump in here?
It's not fair. The stigma's not fair around like
it's very fair.
Strip clubs are like anything else in life, any other establishment. Follow me. Follow me.
The other day he called it an honest living.
We don't know how
follow me.
This is crazy. You gotta lead us.
There are good and there are bad. We can all agree, and I've never been, but from what I've heard and seen.
Oh, you never been to strip club?
I've never been to Magic City. I've been to strip clubs. Magic City is at least portrayed as the pinnacle of strip clubs. So I imagine that security is run very tightly. The bars run very tightly. The girls are very protected in there. And they don't let shit slide. I would say that is a much better representation than strip clubs have overall. So that's okay to promote this in a city where it is an absolute staple. And it just shouldn't come with that stigma of all strip clubs are bad.
I'm not saying all strip clubs are bad per se. What I am saying is, though, all strip clubs are bad. Now listen.
Okay,
Draymond Green in this tweet, he mentions Cardi B.
Not the best example.
That horrible example. You want to know why? Cardi B talked about her stripping days, and you know what she said?
Yes.
I used to drug and rob men while absolutely completely inebriated.
Doing business outside of the strip club.
Doing business outside of
the strip club.
Where did she meet these men?
Suckers.
Where did she meet these men?
Suckers.
Probably at her place of business.
Probably at her place of business, right?
That's fair.
Talked about how tough it was, and that she had to do all of these things to be able to make the money that she needed for her life or whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
I think we're in a situation now where we've lost the plot, brother.
Thank you.
We very much lost the plot.
Completely.
We very much lost the plot. The National Basketball Association to promote a strip club is just not okay. It's not. I'm sorry. To me, that's never going to be something that's okay.
Culturally in Atlanta, that's iconic.
So look, I agree with you. I agree with you. Culturally, it is iconic. You know what else is culturally iconic in the city of Atlanta? Trapping and scamming. Are we gonna teach kids? Are we gonna have a trapping and scamming night? All the trappers and scammers pull out here. We're gonna pull out Diamond Tester and test your VVs during halftime.
That's everywhere. Trapping and scamming is everywhere.
It is, but it's
everywhere.
Not even that.
That is an Atlanta culture thing.
But not even that, because they're courtside at the game. Those trappers and rappers and people that promote that.
Yeah.
They perform at halftime of those games. They sign autographs in the back, in the tunnel of those games.
Yes.
And those are all kids being exposed to that same type of thing as well. So,
That's true.
But can we establish this though? Do y'all not suggest that in society we have a treatment of women issue?
Yes.
a treatment of women
Absolutely.
issue.
Like
Yes.
so we can all collectively,
Yes.
as four
Yes,
men
we agree
in
with
this
that.
room,
Yep.
collectively say we have an issue of how men can treat women in society.
Yes.
Do you think strip clubs are beneficial or detrimental to the treatment of women? Or the education around how to treat women?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, we know the answer to that.
Do they add? Do they add or do they subtract to the objectification issue?
Me and Trey, we girl dads here. We girl dads.
Like we already know, like,
Facts.
so why would we want to continue to do something that perpetuates an issue in society? Now, people check my culture card all the time. That's fine. But at what point are we going to use some ration and say, you know what? This aspect of the culture could maybe use some maturation, some development, or some growth. I grew up in the church. I know church culture. Dad, a pastor, been a pastor for 40 some odd years. But there is a tithing issue in the church. And I can say with common sense and some decency, they're like, yo, we got a tithing issue in the church. Hence why the close the doors became a joke.
Yep.
So like there has to become a point where those that at least believe they are the full embodiment of the culture, whatever culture you're referencing.
Culture superhero.
Church culture, black culture, Asian culture, Nigerian culture. Have some sort of maturation to say, hey, you know what? This part of the culture could use some growth. This part of the culture could use some maturation. How long are we going to continue to tether ourselves to things that are detrimental just in the name of the culture?
Yeah.
To me, that's just dense. It's dumb. It lacks maturity, and it's full of ignorance. Completely full of ignorance.
And I'll also add on, Luke Cornett's point was that the league should aim to protect, esteem, and not objectify women. Sorry, promoting a strip club is whether you want to say that it's esteeming them, not esteeming them, protecting them or not protecting them. I can hear those arguments with Magic City. Maybe the girls want to be there. The girls maybe feel protected. Whatever it is, does it attribute or does it take away from the objectification of women? That's his point. And my thing is, it definitely adds to it. It is. You said the other night it was. Some people say objectification. Some people say commodification. For us to view human beings and access to their bodies as a commodity, that's objectification.
Not when it's consensual.
It's still objectification.
Not when it's consensual.
I'm paying for a good and a service.
It is transactional. It is transactional, and it is a consensual transaction. Now, there are times, of course, when it's not. We hear those horror stories, and that is, that's an unfortunate occupational hazard of the business, and that is where I think I can agree with you. But when I think about, bear with me for a quick second.
Please, go ahead.
Single mother,
Yes, sir.
maybe has a child or two. That child has to go to school during the day, right?
Yep.
She needs an occupation that also allows for her to make money to provide for these children. And ideally, it could be to work during the day, right? And then she gets home at the same time and has to do these things. But also, there's a lane that makes sense for a woman to be home with her kids when they get home, fix them dinner, get them to bed, go handle her business, has whoever, babysitter, whatever, do her thing. And you can make a very good and honest living as a dancer. It is honest. How is that not honest work? They clock in like anybody else.
The definition of honest living is surrounded around morality, but
honest living is you're not doing anything illegal.
Okay.
And really, I would say it's not even necessarily immoral to be a dancer.
Ethical.
What's unethical about dancing, though?
It depends on your alignment, I guess.
There's nothing unethical about dancing. There's nothing immoral about dancing, and there's nothing illegal about dancing done within the confines of the building and its rules and legislation and all of those things. I think that there is nothing wrong with a woman choosing of her own volition to go into an occupation that can be very lucrative at an establishment like Magic City where she's very protected, and having the NBA promote this business for more economic growth.
That's where you lose me.
Patronize the business.
That's where you lose me. Why does the NBA need to promote this though?
It's exposure. It's like any other collaboration.
But my thing is though, for every
NBA, it was Atlanta Hawks.
For every Magic City, is there not an equally worse one in the same line of business?
Of course.
Yeah.
So
probably something right down the street from Magic City. Yeah, go to the joint that's esteemed. Go to the joint where the women are protected. They're compensated well.
To me,
security is high.
But even to me,
in Atlanta, they're
and the food
actually
good.
they're digging into their fan base, the culture of the fans that attend the Hawks game. They didn't seem to have a problem with it.
Yeah,
they didn't seem to. You think they doing this in Utah?
Facts.
They didn't seem to have a problem with it in the city of Atlanta.
That's crazy. You said that was the exact example I brought up. If this is going on in Utah, I take issue with it. I'm sorry. I don't want to see a bunch of ironing board shaped women dancing in Utah. Like that's a waste of promotion. That is a waste of promotion. But Atlanta, where it's popping and it's the culture, I don't have an issue.
But
with it,
let me press Trey for a moment, G. Let me talk to my dog. Man to man.
Okay,
bro.
rap with me.
Let me talk to my dog, bro.
They calling me a trick in the chat. That's crazy.
You sound like that's trick or treat.
Ain't tricking if you got it.
Should we be promoting strip clubs given what strip clubs can perpetuate and the trickle effect that strip clubs can have?
I would argue that they're not promoting strip clubs. They're promoting Magic City.
Okay.
Which is
a
the
strip club.
Pinnacle
Sure.
of strip and an exception to the,
It's the zenith,
otherwise
though.
rule of strip clubs.
But I'm suggesting, like, given the detrimental side effects of strip clubs, is that something that we should be, like, standing behind?
Okay, I'm going to answer that.
Please.
But first, let me ask, because going back to my original point,
Yes, sir.
that there are good and bad of everything.
Yep.
Now, you brought up the church,
Yep.
particularly the black church.
You talk about it. I know that well.
They can get real nefarious.
Absolutely.
In that pulpit.
No doubt about it.
And when everybody goes home after Sunday service, things get real funny with that financial secretary in that back room. We counting tithes, we
facts.
doing stuff, and how we allocating funds and
That's
doing.
facts.
So would you argue that the NBA perpetuating a mega church in Atlanta would be a detriment to society?
I would hear you, but here's what I would say. I would say, like, the ethos of the church is not inherently in question.
Okay.
The ethos, like the ethos of it. The
Got it.
ethos of a strip club is inherently questionable.
Yeah.
Just like the nature of it is inherently, like, it's inherently perpetuating.
And why is that? What about a strip club is?
Because I think that it inherently is telling men that it is okay to objectify, or it is okay to simply look at a woman as an object. So now when you leave the strip club,
certain amount of money
your
will
brain
get
is
you to see a
already
woman
wired
naked.
in said manner. And
I
if
don't
we
hate that.
already
I don't
have
hate that
consent
take.
issues in society, and if we already have domestic violence issues in society, and if we already have sexual assault issues in society, why are you going to create a behavior that is legal within a 15,000 square foot wall, but the moment you leave that 15,000 square foot wall, that same behavior that was legal is now illegal? There are only so many occupations where there's a legal behavior, and then the moment you leave that establishment, that
same behavior is illegal.
exact behavior is now, you're training somebody to do something illegal. You could bring up the same conversation with sport or boxing, and I would hear you.
Gambling.
But no doubt about it.
Gambling,
But you're training illegal behavior.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying is,
Yeah.
and not only now you're training illegal behavior, you're training like detrimental behavior.
Dangerous.
That would be my own.
But
dangerous
the
behavior.
people that think like that, they're gonna have that type of
Anyway.
behavioral issues regardless.
Yeah.
Yep.
The people that think that way, those are behavioral issues regardless if they're going to the strip club or not.
Yeah.
They're gonna have those thoughts anyway.
Yeah. That's fair.
I would say you could stop more people from having, like, more of those types of people from finding out about it, if anything.
It definitely doesn't help.
Yeah.
I will
It doesn't
grant you
help.
that.
It doesn't help.
It definitely doesn't help.
Yeah,
It doesn't help.
Doesn't hurt.
My thing is
devil's
imagine-
advocate here, or does it help because people that have those consensual issues now have a safe space to go and make it a
Man.
transactional thing. That's a perspective to take
Anybody-
too. Whereas otherwise, somebody outside, you can't just pay a woman transactionally to touch her, to feel her, to have access to her body. But if I have this urge and I'm lame or I'm ugly or I'm unattractive or I can't do these things, a strip club is a safe
ain't gotta
space for
worry
that
about
man to consensually.
That's something that you got to find peace with if you got consensual issues as a grown ass man.
No, I'm not saying
bro,
consensual. I'm just saying like he desires a woman's touch, right?
Yeah.
And he couldn't otherwise get it outside these walls. Well, he can go.
Go to a strip club.
He can go.
You think
know what I mean?
think the buck stops there for a man of such stature?
Because the problem, like,
Hell no.
my level of of knowledge is now limited because, again, I just haven't been.
Yeah.
But how I think Shady was saying yesterday, like weed is a gateway drug. Could you make an argument, someone who's been to a strip club, that a strip club is the gateway problem? Like a strip club is the entryway to. I
think all gateways, like a gate, can flow this way or it can flow that way. You could smoke weed and then it just help you calm and relax and be cool and go on about your life and be great. You could smoke weed and then be like, you know what, this isn't enough for me. I want some crack. Yeah. You could go to a strip club and be like, this is enough for me. I get my rocks off and I'm cool with what I experienced here, and or the gate could swing the other way and this was cool, but this wasn't enough for me. And I'm going to go out in society and be an absolute menace, and that's a danger. So I think the gate swings both ways for sure.
Get us out of here, Ken.
Look, we've had an amazing show here tonight, man.
I do
Magic City parking lot.
Oh, no, we do have a super chat.
Yeah,
the chat wants to weigh in.
Go ahead, chat. Y'all, we here for y'all.
Central Cast said Trey's from Indiana. He can't say nothing. He grew up in a strip club. Indiana is the #1 most strip clubs in the nation. I didn't know that.
Really?
I did not grow up in a strip club. Like I said, I've been maybe 4 times in my entire life. Money, Power, Respect 773. Shout out to Chicago. I'm assuming that's where you're from, brother. Said went to Magic. The women had no problem being there. Stop defending women who are exactly where they want to be. Kind of misogynistic.
Exactly.
Not saying they didn't want to be there. I understand why they do it.
That they shouldn't exercise their free will to be there.
Nah, my problem has never been them wanting to do it, them
it's
doing
the
it.
NBA promoting.
It's the National Basketball Association promoting it. That's my problem.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Yeah.
And then the last one I got is from. Actually, I got a couple more I missed. So yeah, they get a lot. So hey, fellas, love the show. Appreciate the perspective you guys share. When y'all were talking about the most influential athletes, where's Muhammad Ali and Steph Curry on that list? I clarified for him. We were having 3 different conversations. It was most influential NFL, most influential white athlete, most influential woman. So I think we cleared that up for you, Bradley. Hopefully so. Benjamin Todd said, Stephen A. is crazy for this. You said it yourself, Stephen. You are popular. You have an incredible fan base. You are rich. And your Knicks are doing well. Why do you have all this hate for the Pelicans? Kieran, you are as right as rain. And then last one, our guy Jose Guillen, our resident baseball fan, said, I don't know if y'all been keeping up, but what are your thoughts on
World Baseball Classic? WBC?
He said ABS.
ABS. Oh, that's automatic balls and strikes system.
Yeah.
I like
and how it would. I like it too.
I like it. I'm watching baseball.
I hate it.
I love that. Man, them umpires, some of them umpires, bro, they be blowing calls.
They be blowing calls, but now you can challenge it.
In crucial moments.
It might slow the game down.
Man, that shit gonna take 2 seconds.
No.
Like you said, stop forcing strip clubs.
It's not just like straight up. It's you have the right to review a call. If someone calls something egregious, they'll be able to. They have an automatic balls and strike system that'll tell you whether it was a strike or not.
But you have to use a challenge to enforce it. It's not every call.
It's the same way. It's not every call. It's the same way like in tennis.
You only get 2.
Okay, I'm good with that.
It's the same way like in tennis, like you can challenge it and then they look
at on the line or whatever. Okay, got it. I'm cool with that.
I'm with it, bro.
I like that.
Ethan, do your thing, G.
Look, man,
I don't hate it.
It has been an amazing show here tonight. We've talked about Magic City. We talked about Stephen A. Smith. We talked about Logan Paul getting in a boxing match with Emmanuel Acho. Acho called him out publicly. He wants to fight him for 10 pennies on the dollar, actually. That's what he said. We will be back here tomorrow night, Thursday night, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, and 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. Here in the Speakeasy, we do not respect Mountain Time. For Carebear Kieran, TJ Hushmanzada, Emmanuel Acho, Social Trey, and everyone in the back. Make some noise in the back.
Hey!
Shout out to the gang in the back. We will see you guys next time right here in the Speakeasy.
Peace.